This is Kate Baconsale. You're listening to Baconsale.
We are the ones who rank the 80s. We've made a bracket with our favorite songs. You're welcome, ladies. There's choices we're making with one-hit wonders of the time. It's true, I never make mistakes, just Jake and Kent.
Yay!
Kid, really well done on that. That was good singing. Yeah.
I've been practicing.
You jerk, that was me.
Oh, sure. Try to
I
take my
rehearsed that in the
credits.
car all the way here. You did. Yeah, I'm sitting there bobbing my head back and forth, which you can't see, by the way. But I actually had my hand on my
I know,
ear.
you really got into that.
Doing the
You
bob.
really did. You had kind of a different voice, a different whole aura.
That was
about
my
you.
quasi Michael Jackson voice.
I think you're trying to convince Jake that we need to do a YouTube channel.
Is that what that
Just
was?
sitting there, yeah. Me bobbing my head to singing.
Yes.
Welcome to Baconsale. I'm Joel.
I'm Kent.
And Jacob.
Thank you so much for listening to our 20 Questions with Casey show that we did last week. We actually, when we posted the show on our Facebook and Twitter page, we did a 20 questions game where I said, guess the movie I'm thinking of.
So much fun.
And I let our followers on social media guess one question at a time. Sometimes they were working together. Sometimes they were just shooting themselves in the foot, which was pretty entertaining. Wayne's World was brought up a number of times.
I don't know why.
But in the end, both were successfully guessed within 20 questions.
Which is awesome.
So, yeah. There was some hint giving, but
Yeah,
it's
just
still,
a little bit.
Yeah. We weren't as I didn't want to throw them to the wolves as Jacob did with us.
You were pretty mean with them though. You were like, no, 15 left.
Yes.
No,
Wow.
14 left.
That was more for
Wrong
clarity's
again. 13.
That was more for clarity's sake.
I'm like, geez, Joel.
It was more for clarity's sake, so I didn't have to be like, well, it's kind of a drama, but not really a drama unless you include the drama that's in the drama.
So dramatic.
Jacob.
Drama is confusing.
Also, we'd like to thank everyone who came out to the Baconsale night at Quick Wits.
Thank you for coming. It was so good to see all of you
It
there.
really was.
All one of you there.
Yes.
And it was great to be able to make you laugh a little bit. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I said. I'm not going to apologize officially, but I know I offended a lot of you with that joke I made.
And with what Kent wore. I mean, gosh.
I'm really sorry. I thought it would be hidden, but somehow it got revealed.
It was very, very revealed.
I just can't believe Jacob fell asleep midway through the show.
Yeah.
That
well,
was a little
I
insulting.
actually can.
It's really not on me, honestly.
But when he started singing in his sleep, that was the weird part.
I heard the secrets that he kept when he sang in his
Well
sleep.
put. Yes.
But yes, we had a great time with that. And we hope to do these more. I mean,
Yeah.
depending on
Well,
how this one...
honestly, meeting the listener is just so great. So we're going to try to do it as much as possible, and we'll try
In
not
different
to,
waves.
We'll try not to overwhelm Quick Wits.
Much like
Take their Saturdays.
because much like we overwhelmed Kent with drawings, just one show, just tuckered me
Oh,
out.
sure. Stop it. Oh, yeah, drawings. I got to do those.
Yeah, but thank you very much. We
Yes.
appreciate it. But
We really need to get into it this week.
we do. We have a lot to get to.
Sure, if you want to go to patreon.com/Baconsale, do that.
Or if you want to buy merch at tpublic.com/Baconsale. In fact, we have some cool new designs from Ninth Mountain Threads.
Yes, they are
that
awesome.
You can come check out. We're starting to put those on our site.
Literally
Very
a bacon
punny.
boat. Bacon sail.
It's a bacon sailing on bacon. Boat sailing on bacon.
Yes.
A boat made of bacon?
The boat,
boat
could
on
be made of
bacon.
too. But
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's not what we're talking about today. What are we talking about today, Jacob?
Today, gentlemen, the time has arrived for us to discuss 80s one-hit wonders.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. That's McDonald's.
It is.
No, because we did 90s one hit wonders back last year, November of last year, with
Yes.
episodes 132 and 134.
The good old days.
Then we did
Was it the good old days?
Last year.
Yes.
We did an 80s new wave bracket earlier this year in March. Episodes 147 and 148.
It's almost tradition. Like I planned this on the calendar.
It's almost like that.
Yes.
It is.
We have a calendar.
We have a calendar, Joel.
We have a calendar. But here's the thing about it is this is the first part of the show. We're not going to be able to complete an entire bracket in one show. We found that goes way too long. So we're going to do the first round. We're going to get
Really
through that,
does.
and we're going to do the finals here in a couple weeks.
Because this won't be long at all.
It won't be as long.
64 teams.
Yeah. I'm
You
already
are
singing
so
mood.
sing-songy today.
This is going to take so much time.
It is. So we got to jump right into it, but I want to just bring up a quick criteria that we use in this show.
Okay.
Because this is a bracket. We have created a list. We had a list of over 300 80s one-hit wonders. We whittled that down to 64.
Yes.
So now we have 64 on the bracket, which you can find and print out and play along with at baconsale.com.
And listen to when we include the Spotify playlist.
And we've created a Spotify playlist as well, so you can listen to these. And
You can
get a feel
you can
for
go on
it.
to Spotify right now. Just do a search for Baconsale, and you can find the playlist.
Not right now, because they're listening to the show right now.
Listen to the show right now.
You can do it at once.
at the same time. There's actually, and there was only one song that wasn't. There was two songs I couldn't find the right version.
I know, I noticed,
and so that was annoying. But
yes,
Spotify doesn't have everything.
It's okay,
but it's
what are the rules?
The rules are Jacob's going to,
including the new rule.
Jacob's going to bring up two different songs, two one-hit wonders that were popular in the 80s. Kent and I are going to discuss them because Jacob's not huge on the 80s.
That's right.
And then we're going to make a decision. So 2 out of 3, it advances.
I love that you say that's right, so that like when people are mad at you, which they will be. You just gave yourself a disclaimer right there.
Guys, here's my caveat. Right now, I don't care about most of these songs.
Okay, that's hurtful. First of all, because that's our childhoods.
Yeah.
Second of all, Joel, can we give our disclaimer real quick? Because don't we grade these on 33%, 33%, 34%?
Yes. 34% personal taste.
Yes.
33% performance. And 33% presence in the 80s.
Yes.
So there are some cold hard facts we are using here, but our personal opinions will come into play.
Slightly more.
And when we can't decide, Jacob's going to be the cold, heartless jerk who makes a decision with no emotion.
And there's a new feature this time around that we just came up with before we started the show.
I'm still a little weary of this, but okay.
We have a golden buzzer. Can we say that? No. What should we call it? Bacon buzzer?
Oh, bacon buzzer. There you go.
Yeah, I just had bacon in front of it. It's good.
Well, it's alliterative.
It's gold. The golden bacon buzzer.
No, that's too close.
That's too much.
Bacon button?
Crispy bacon button.
Let's stop. But we can include this. We get this one per these two shows that we're doing. We can only do this until the quarterfinals, until the Elite Eight.
Elite Eight is the last round we can use this button.
We can use it only once. If there is a choice going through that we just so disapprove of, or there's a hill that we're dying on, we can say, Jake, you made the wrong choice by agreeing with Joel, and we are saving this song. And it's going through.
I never agree with Joel, Kent.
Yeah,
I always agree with you.
I know you don't, but we'll see how.
It's because you're my
glad
favorite.
you finally admit that.
What?
You were first last show. You were his favorite last show.
So we have this button that we're going to be using.
Yes, the super bacon crispy button.
Yeah, super bacon crispy button of gold. And then once we use that button, and we only get one, not like once we use it, we can use it again the next show. This is like one for the entire bracket.
Yep.
And so we each have one of those.
Yep.
We may or may not use it. I may just win every time.
Guys.
Right, Jacob?
Right.
We have to start the show.
Let's do it.
And first of all, Joel, I want to hear some falsetto where falsetto is necessary on these songs.
Of course.
So we will be singing as Jake reads the names.
That's the other disclaimer we should probably give. If you haven't listened to these shows before, Kent and I are not professional singers. We like to goof around and sing. And
it wouldn't be any fun if you were.
We're not taking ourselves very seriously as we try to reenact these.
Bless her beautiful height.
Because we can't afford the rights to play long versions of these songs. And so you're just going to have to take our word for it.
And the lyrics may be changed.
A little bit.
On accident.
Yeah.
For the better.
Jake, what do we have?
All right, so the first matchup is going to be none other than Tainted Love by Soft Cell.
Sometimes I feel like I could run away. I could get away.
You started off strong, Kent.
Then I lose confidence.
So much
I
energy.
never know the lyrics.
Yes.
What's this going up against?
Believe It or Not by Joey Scarsberry.
Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free. Okay, which is the theme song for Greatest American Hero. Now, I want to clarify, Kent, that I have not picked a winner yet.
Neither have I.
This is
Joel, remind me what Greatest American Hero is, because that sounds familiar.
Yes, I should mention. It's a sitcom from the 80s.
White guy with an afro.
About a guy, William Catt, who he gets a suit.
Racist.
He gets a suit from aliens from the sky, and
so they're not ground aliens.
No, they're not ground aliens. These are sky aliens.
Okay.
And
you never know with aliens, am I right?
With the water aliens, you got to watch out.
That gives him powers, but he loses the instruction manual. So the series is him finding out his powers with this suit. So we're going to jump through these, and we're going to give some, like I said, cold hard facts here about some of these. Soft Cell, for example, came out in 82. And I want to point this out. I love seeing, these are all one-hit wonders, or considered one-hit wonders.
Yeah.
But I love going and seeing how many albums the band actually made. For example, Soft Cell has 6 studio albums.
Wow.
And this is their only big hit. And Tainted Love isn't even their original song.
No.
It was originally recorded by Gloria Jones in 1964.
Yeah. Whoa, there you go.
Hey.
And you know what's funny? This song didn't even chart for her.
No,
but then they took it and it charted. It actually went to... It was like jumped around, but it went from like top 64, then 100.
No, that's the 90s.
And then it went to number 8.
It peaked at number 8.
Peaked at number 8.
Billboard Hot 100 is what we're basing these chart performance on, because that's kind of the catch-all performance.
It spent 43 weeks in the Hot 100.
Whoa, that's quite a long while.
That is a long time.
Joel, I have a question for you, though.
Yes.
What was the name of the album that this song came out on?
Jake, don't do that.
Family friendly.
Family
Jacob.
friendly.
Family friendly.
Family friendly?
Let's high five on the front.
Because I had to read that in my car while I was driving over here tonight, and I was a little shocked.
It's a little salacious, and that's a lot of these bands were really just trying to shock people. I found like
Yes.
a lot of them are like, "Oh, we're going to be naughty, and that's going to get us noticed."
Well, some weren't even trying to be naughty, but people said they were naughty, and we're going to get there.
We'll get there too.
So the legacy I feel for Believe It or Not is George Costanza's ringtone in Seinfeld.
Believe it or not, George
yeah,
isn't
really
at home. Please leave a message after the beep. But this guy,
that. That's funny.
So good.
This guy, Joey Scarberry is the one who sang it, but the guy who composed this, Believe It or Not, is the theme from The Greatest American Heroes. It's known. Also composed TV theme songs for Law and Order, The A-Team, L.A. Law, Quantum Leap, Magnum P.I., Hill Street Blues. That's all
This
him.
guy is legit.
Yeah, but poor Joey Scarsbury could not get another hit after this one.
Wow.
He tried and tried, but it just wasn't.
Wait, what's the name of the John Williams of TV? Because that guy is a legend.
Mike Post.
Mike Post.
Mike posted a.
We should have a Mike Post show at this point.
We should at some point.
But that song, Believe It or Not, peaked at number 2.
It did. It
Yeah.
peaked at number 2 in 81. It was held off by "Endless Love" by Diana Ross and Lionel Richie.
Oh,
Makes
understandable.
Didn't quite get.
All right,
there.
guys, let's get to it.
Tainted Love.
It's got to be "Tainted Love." As much as I love the theme,
It's so
song,
much fun.
This is just a little insight into my life. I create little songs for my kids for each one of them, and it's always like a parody kind of other songs.
Yeah, of course.
My youngest daughter, actually, her themes. This is the song. Like I changed the words to this to "Believe It or Not" as her song.
Can you sing it for us right now?
No.
Please?
I am
just-
so curious.
It's just for
right
her
now.
and me. It's,
I could use a good cry right now.
no, it's just Daddy's song
too.
for my little girl, and it's to this
Just
tune.
a little bit.
No,
You know everyone is dying to hear this.
I just took the tune and changed it to singing songs about her. Because the thing is, I'm not a songwriter, so I take other people's music and then put my own lyrics to it. Because I'm a word person.
Yeah.
So that's what I do with a bunch of these. So like, I have my daughter. One of my daughters, she has like Tula Rula Rula as hers.
Oh, perfect.
And my son actually has a creepy song from a creepy movie, but it's a. Yeah,
How sweet.
Believe
Well-
it or not, I'm really
it's
your
a gospel.
dad.
Yeah, if Joel doesn't sing it, we can just make some up.
Yeah, it's from my son's. I should clarify. Is from Night of the Hunter. There's a gospel song they sing in it.
Oh,
and it
yeah.
was just in my head, and so I changed it to kind of his thing. But anyway, that's another show for another time. But yeah, Tainted Love advances.
Yes.
All right.
Sometimes I feel I've got to run away. I've got to.
All right, next matchup is Somebody's Watching Me by Rockwell.
I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I get no privacy.
Come on.
Whoa. Which actually that's Michael Jackson singing the hook on that. We'll get into that.
The best part of the
Against?
song. Yes.
When I was listening, I was like, man, this sounds like Michael Jackson. That's
Yeah.
weird. Oh, it is. Okay.
And what's this one against?
Against Puttin' on the Ritz by Taco.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where people? Oh no, I just lost it.
Where people go,
No, that's not it.
putting on the Ritz.
I'm sure that's
Joel,
it.
go along with it.
Hold on. If you're
people
blue, you
will
know where
just
to go to, why don't
understand.
you go where fashion sits?
Yes,
Putting on the Ritz.
Putting on the Ritz.
I was
That's
so
what I
close to doing the
said.
voice.
I said that the
You didn't
entire
come
time.
close to saying
You
that.
need to do the shout out though. How does
The
that go?
shout?
Yeah, when you there it is.
What show did you do a medley for?
That was
Putting on the
Taco
Ritz?
Bell.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
It's still that
If
makes
you're hungry,
that
you
song
don't
makes
know
my
where to
stomach
go
hurt.
to.
Yep.
Yeah, go watch the Taco Bell show if you want to hear that. By Taco.
Of course.
Yeah, that's Putting on the Ritz by Taco. So, Rockwell, Somebody Watching Me versus
Yes.
Taco by Putting on the Ritz. Or
So
Putting on the Ritz by
here's
Taco.
the thing. So Rockwell sings like the main part of that song, but the chorus, which is the best part of the song, is done by Michael and Jermaine Jackson. Like those are two legit stars to get on your 80s
Here's
single.
the other thing is that song, it's kind of Halloween, has a kind of
Yes.
a Halloween feel to it. And it's funny because like you listen to the Rockwell part and he's like, I walk out to the door and the mailman's there. And it's like, it's not really singing. And then all of
Yes.
a sudden the hook comes in.
And it's MJ.
And it's Michael Jackson. And it's just such, it's like you when you get dissonance and all of a sudden you hear harmony and you're like, oh, that feels so good after all that dissonance. That's what that song is.
That's what drugs are like.
what?
I don't know.
Oh, don't do drugs, kids.
And then you have Taco.
Then you have Taco.
So this is a cover of a 1929 Irving Berlin song.
Yes, I mean Irving Berlin actually has the record for the oldest person to achieve a hit composition in a top 10.
He was 95.
He was 95 when this song entered it, and so he got recognized for that.
So Somebody's Watching Me peaked at number 2. Putting on the Ritz got number 4.
Yes, and oh man, there's so many different things I want to
can't
share
even
about
imagine
this.
putting on the Ritz like on the radio. I mean,
Yeah.
that's so.
Well,
the Taco
honestly, some
version-
of these songs are so tacky at this
Yeah.
point.
Well, so here's the
But
thing,
it's the
Jacob.
80s.
like all of them.
So
Most of
Taco,
them.
by the way, do you guys want to know Taco's real name?
It's
No.
not taco. I want my money back.
Enchilada? Dead jokes.
So he's an Indonesian-born Dutch singer who started his career in Germany,
I'm confused.
and his name
Stop it! That doesn't even make that hurt my brain.
is Taco. His
Wait,
name
he
is
goes by the name Taco, but he's an Indonesian-born Dutch singer
So
in
I
Germany.
was right. It is his
real name
name.
is Taco. It's Taco Ockers, Ockerse.
I go by Taco, too.
Or how he
Ockers.
pronounces it.
So that's his real name. But the funny thing is, Jacob, you mentioned this. I can't believe this is played on the radio.
Yeah.
So the music actually got pretty heavy rotation on MTV, except for the original version contains characters in blackface, and so it has since been banned by many networks because they were going
Yes.
for that old timey big band thing. And apparently in the 80s that was something you could do, but yeah, they don't play
For
that
like a
music video
year
much anymore.
They're like, wait, this is wrong.
Canceling Baconsale blackface. I guess.
So here's what. Here's why I'm going against Putting on the Ritz. And by the way, I'm just deciding now. But this song was featured in Baby Geniuses.
That's why you're going
That
against
reason
it?
alone
Oh yeah.
gets this song taken off the
Well,
list.
and you may be wondering, by the way, how on earth did Rockwell get Michael Jackson?
Yeah,
who
I
was-
actually don't know.
Who was very popular at the time. to be
number
on
one
this
hit
song.
after number one hit.
Yeah, Michael Jackson was really big at this time. Well, Rockwell, whose name is actually Kennedy William Gordy, that's his real name. He was a family friend of the Jacksons and would hang out over at the house sometimes. And apparently, this is true. He went over to the house one day and sang this song. Oh, what was it? It says like 8 or 9 times. And then Michael talked to him about it and said, well, who you got to sing the hook on that? And he's like, well, could you do it? And Michael's like, okay.
I honestly feel like it was one of these. He's like, guys, listen to my song 9 times. And the Jacksons were like, get him out of the house
That's
right
what it
now.
feels like.
Agree to sing the hook.
And Rockwell has 3 studio albums. And Taco has 6.
Ugh.
And also, one of the things I really like to do.
I want to hear all 6.
No.
One other thing I have here is like when the year's active, like when they were active. And so Rockwell, it says 1983 to 1991, which I'm like, okay, he's become a producer since then, sure. Taco, it says 1979 to present.
What?
So apparently Taco's still out there, guys.
That's gonna be the next Would You Rather, and like you're gonna be locked in a room and you have to listen to all 6 albums by Taco,
Taco or Falco?
or Taco or Falco.
Taco's awesome.
He's dead.
He is, but he's still awesome.
Don't make me talk about how he died again. Don't make me do it.
So
Okay, but
you-
I
you
am,
get your
I am
vote. So
saying
somebody's
what are the
watching
votes?
me,
somebody's watching me.
and I'm saying Taco because I feel like Putting on the Ritz was much more like the whole song you can listen to and enjoy, and it's very, very 80s and very, very one-hit wonder-ish. Rockwell, more of just a Halloween kitschy song.
But that hook, it's great. And having MJ in your song, even if he did have to kick you out, please leave.
Please leave.
I'll sing for
find
you.
a
Well,
record
Putting on
for
the
you.
Ritz it feels very Halloween-y too. Like
What? Putting on the Ritz does?
yeah, because
Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, because it reminds me of Young
Oh,
Frankenstein.
okay, that
yeah.
makes sense.
All right, Jake, it's all you.
All right, for this one, guys, I'm gonna have to go. I think the one with the real lasting power here
Which is none of them?
is Taco.
Putting on the Ritz.
This thing is still imitated and redone and reimagined. People play around with this song.
It
all
was
the
in
time.
Baby Geniuses.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
doesn't really matter. A lot of
Don't
these
say
movies are-
just because Joel sampled it that people mess with this song all the time.
They do.
I did. He's doing it because I did a cover.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits?
All right, next match is So Alive by Love and Rockets.
I don't know
a great
what
name.
color your eyes are, baby, but your hair is long and brown.
So alive.
That was creepy.
Ooh,
I was going for raspy. You were going for creepy.
That's just my raspy.
It's creepy?
Yeah.
Versus, let's say if you can't hear, Maniac by Michael Cimbello.
She's a maniac on the whoa.
I wonder which one you guys like better.
No, here's the thing. So the Maniac is definitely more lively, but man, So Alive has got that pulsating kind of that drum beat and the guitar, the bass guitar.
Feels like Jesus Jones 90s music, though, to me. It always has. Love and Rockets.
The intro of that song, it has this drum beat, this every time I think it's All I Want by Toad the Wet Sprocket. And I get those two mixed up. That's extra nerdy. Love and Rockets peaked at number 3 in 89, and then Maniac peaked at number 1 early 1983.
Here is one of my favorite fun facts of the show.
Do it.
And it's about Maniac.
Okay.
This song, so the guy who wrote it, Michael Cimbello, he wrote this song for a horror movie.
Yeah.
Did you know this, Joel?
Well, he wrote it kind of about a horror movie, possibly 1980s movie Maniac.
Yeah, they're thinking possibly Maniac. But here's the thing. He was in discussions with like executives that just needed stuff for soundtracks because that was his job. And they're like, hey, we're making a movie called Flashdance. We need music. So his wife actually took the track Maniac, sent it to them. They loved it and made it the official track of Flashdance. But the original lyrics were like, he will kill your cat and nail it to the door.
No, he's a maniac, that's for sure. He will kill your cat and nail it to the door.
That is horrifying.
I know.
Is that one of the songs for your kids as well?
This one will be
Come
made
here,
up.
sweetie, I have a song to sing you.
But this song peaked at number 1 in the Hot 100.
And here's the thing: is this was nominated. Maniac was nominated for an Academy Award because it was in the Best Original Song for the movie Flashdance, which is about a welder who dances at night.
Really?
But
it's an interesting description.
It lost to What a Feeling, which is from Flashdance, which is about a welder who dances at night. There were 2 songs from that movie about a welder who dances at night that got an Academy Award nomination in 1983. That's just so weird to me.
A little bit.
So what's the movie about?
Yeah,
We got it.
Michael Cimbello also, he wrote a ton of songs. He's a songwriter, and he wrote songs for Cocoon, Independence Day, Gremlins, Monster Squad, and they all kind of have this kind of synthesized sound to them.
Right. This is the 80s.
It is. And okay,
Joel, what's your vote?
well, I think
Joel,
we're
we gotta go quicker. What's
we're
your vote?
going with Maniac, obviously.
Yeah, it's
here.
Maniac.
But I wanted to mention Love and Rockets actually has 7 albums. But even they got that. Listen to
Wow.
that song. The So Alive song actually really is a cool song, and it's like literally like kind of that cool vibe to it.
It's always so sad when you say how many albums they have.
I know.
And this is the only song.
For real.
Yeah, although, Love and Rockets also stopped being active in 2009. They don't have the dash to present. It's just they ended in 2009. But there you go. Maniac takes it.
Perfect.
All right, next up, Lean on Me by, I'm not even sure, it's Club Novia.
Yes, this is why I love this show. Lean on me.
What is it?
When you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on.
And that sounds familiar because it's a Bill Withers song. But
Yeah, I know it from Bill Withers.
Yes.
But they put like kind of
How do you say the name though?
Club Nouveau.
Oh, just Club Nouveau.
Yeah.
That's way easier.
And
it's
this
Novio.
is-
I'm like Novia.
Novio for the soul.
Yeah, it has much more kind of a dance beat to it. They take that traditional song and put a dance beat behind it.
Versus Take On Me by Ohhhhh.
Take on me.
Take on me.
Take me on.
Take on me.
I'll be gone.
Oh.
You're welcome, everybody.
Yes. That,
Also, we're sorry.
keep both working on us.
Right.
So this is one of those where I really, really like Club Nouveau's version of Leon and Me. Possibly
It's great.
better than the original, I
Yes.
think, because the original kind of has this kind of folksy sound to it, where this is more kind of a dance beat.
It's more of a UB40 beat, which is why I see why you like it.
It also has a faux reggae refrain, as it says here, which
And-
is "We be jamming, man.
Yes.
Hey, dun 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 dun."
And Jake, just so you know, this song did hit number 1 and won the Grammy for the best R&B song.
yes.
Yes.
And then Ohhhhh.
They were a Dutch, Norwegian, Indonesian, Filipino synth pop band. No, they were just a Norwegian synth pop band.
What? Where did all that come from?
Just because of your whole taco thing.
Oh, yeah.
The video, which everyone knows the video, won 6 awards at the 1986 MTV VMAs.
You know what I find most interesting about the song, guys? Is that this song went through so many different incarnations before it became Take On Me. Like when they first, there's like, you can find these demos out there. When it was originally written, it was the Juicy Fruit song, and it kind of sounded like it, but not really.
Juicy Fruit.
And
it's
then,
gonna move
no,
ya.
not that. But they called it Juicy Fruit song. And then Juicy Fruit became Lesson 1, which had a little bit more feel to it. In fact, I want to play you guys a clip here
Juicy fruit.
Not that one. This is lesson 1.
Okay.
So lesson 1, you
What
can
does
find
that
this online. It's just what they chose to do. So lesson 1 here. Let's see if you can hear the elements of "Take on Me" in this kind of rough draft of the song.
Okay, I'm excited.
There it is.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
What?
Oh, jeez.
Why did they cut that?
I don't know. I think crowing like a rooster in the middle of your song is perfectly acceptable.
That sounds like me when I was 17.
It's like the Galileo that went wrong.
What'd you say? One more time? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, could you tuck your arms and legs inside the ride at all times? One of my favorite things to do is whenever I see that a song samples another song, or
Yes.
there's an earlier version of it, or a different artist had done it before, I love going out and finding it. And this was one of those gems where I went, yes, this is why I do Baconsale.
This is why?
So I can see lesson 1. So lesson 1 by Ohhhhh.
The video has 760 million views on YouTube.
Lesson 1 you're talking about?
Which then
By the way,
lesson 1
it will now. And it hit number 1, stayed on the charts for 27 weeks total.
Well, here's the other funny thing is that they did the Juicy Fruit song, they did lesson 1, then they did Take on Me, and you can see the original music, which is kind of not as poppy, not as synth.
Yeah.
And they took it to this producer and they're like, no, let's put this kind of synth noise in it. And they were like, we don't like that. We're going to release it as is. They released Take on Me. It flopped. And then they put it back to the producer. They added in all the kind of the synth elements, the hook, and then it became a huge success.
So good.
So shout out to producers out there.
But now I'll never be able to unhear the.
Yeah. And Ohhhhh, to their credit, I don't want to, they are a one-hit, they are considered a one-hit wonder, but they did have 10 studio albums.
Oh, that's the saddest one yet.
Yeah. There's some with more, though.
10?
Yes. But they also had another hit, quote unquote. They wrote a Bond song.
Yeah, they did.
The Living Daylights. That was theirs. And I can't sing it right now because it's a very forgettable Bond song.
Living Daylights.
I don't think that's right.
Probably.
But this is obviously going to Take on Me.
Take on Me all the way.
Next up, you guys are agreeing the whole time.
I know,
I
we're
said
sorry.
clean sweep once, and then I haven't had to do it again.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't
You
matter.
did vote for Taco.
Oh, yeah, I did vote for Taco. I forgot.
Messed up.
All right, next up. Walking on Sunshine by Katrina and the Waves.
I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa. It's time to feel good. Hey.
Versus I Gotta Wear Shades by Timbuk3.
I'm feeling all right, getting good grades. The future's so bright. I gotta wear shades. So,
All right.
Yeah, you're welcome. We talked.
I think Katrina and the Waves wins for most unfortunate name after time because
Hurricane Katrina?
Hurricane Katrina caused a tsunami and demolished part of our country. And then they have this band called Katrina and the Waves with this peppy walking on sunshine.
No, but then they made it a ballad and they wrote it for their children.
What?
You know,
Yeah.
because that's the joke, Joel. That's the joke of the rest of the show.
I don't get it. I get it now.
So Katrina and the Waves, they hit
10 studio albums.
They 10?
10 studio albums for Katrina. And when I say studio albums, I mean those are just kind of their original songs, not like compilations or live performances.
Here's the thing. Katrina and the Waves, they've been in every single romantic comedy ever made.
Yes.
Pretty much.
This song gets $1 million in royalties every single year.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this band honestly has a ton of money still just from this one song. And it hit number 9 on the charts.
Yes. And then you get Timbuk3, which is a play on Timbuktu.
What?
Get it?
And it's actually the number 3.
Yeah, Timbuk3,
Yeah.
the number 3 at the end of there. This peaked at number 19 in 86. They have 7 studio albums. And the inspiration for this song came from a conversation with, it's a husband and wife duo. And the wife said to the husband at one point, the future is looking so bright, we'll have to wear sunglasses.
But
So he
that's
decided
like a
to
really
write-
positive song. Like, right? That makes me feel happy about what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah, except for the song is about a young nuclear scientist really excited for his career, not realizing it's going to bring out nuclear war.
Yeah.
So it's a very, people play this song as a very positive one, and it's like, no, it's kind of ironic. That's what they're
Do
going
people
for.
play this song?
People remember this song fondly.
Here's my favorite thing about a lot of these songs is that the media really, or maybe fans made up their own theories about what the songs meant. And then the bands went along with it, at least for a little bit, until they're like, yeah, that's actually not true.
And we're going to get there with some of these facts.
Yeah.
That song actually hit number 19 on the charts.
But credit to Timbuk3, they never decided to sell out. They refused very lucrative offers from AT&T, Ford, the U.S. Army, Bausch & Lomb, and Ray-Ban. Bausch & Lomb is like Ray-Ban, but yeah.
What a bunch of fools, huh?
Yeah, I know. To turn down Bausch & Lomb.
They kept their artistic integrity.
Artistic integrity? They could have made some money. Now what are they doing?
They're probably making some royalties.
I actually saw them in the mall. They were trying to sell me sunglasses at a kiosk.
Dude, you're so bright. You should wear shades.
Oh, it's so sad.
This one's going to Katrina
Listen
and the
to our
Waves.
10 albums.
I'm voting for Katrina
It's
and the Waves.
Katrina and the Waves, for
Agreed.
sure.
At least it goes quicker when you guys agree.
Sorry? Sorry for the show?
All right, next up is Heart and Soul by T-Pow.
Give a little bit of heart and soul. Oh, sorry. You going for the other part?
Wait, is it? I want your heart and soul.
No, that's not.
Whoa.
What? No, that is
That
90s
feel good.
one hit wonders.
Oh, it is, huh?
That's I don't want you. I don't want to fall in love.
I want your heart and soul.
That's not right.
Whoa.
This is actually
This song is super memorable.
This song is heart and soul. I fell in love with you, heart and
That's
soul.
not it
either.
I'm like, wait, that
No, this one
that's
is
not right.
give a little bit of heart and
that's it.
soul. Give a little bit of love to go. Give a little bit of heart and soul.
Do either of you guys like this song?
I do actually.
Okay.
I like it clearly.
Versus Party All the Time by Eddie Murphy.
By the Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
The very
My
one.
girl wants to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. You never. That's the name of the song.
It's actually
Oh, really?
a terrible song.
It's not good. And in
Right.
fact,
But it's Eddie Murphy.
I
So
remember my cousin back
Yeah.
in the day when this song came out.
You seem very proud.
She made up a parody of it, which we as kids thought was hilarious.
And now she sings it to her kids.
You'll never guess what it was, guys.
Huh.
My girl wants to potty all the time, potty all the time,
I get
potty
it.
all the time. As kids, that was comedy gold. But yeah, Eddie Murphy had a singing career. He had 3 different musical albums, not comedy albums, like specifically serious I'm singing music albums.
What's he
do you
doing
think-
now?
Do
Is
you
he
think
doing
people
anything?
would think it's weird that Adam Sandler also had a singing career at one point?
Yeah.
Because remember, that's kind of how he started out, like when he was first doing SNL.
But then he was comedy albums for a while. He's never done like serious albums, right?
No.
No, I don't.
Yeah. But Eddie Murphy was trying to be a legitimate singer.
So this was number 2 for 3 weeks, and Rick James, which is
Rick
then kind of
James!
became the joke with the Dave Chappelle show. He produced and actually sang vocals on the song. Mm-hmm. Also, some fun facts about Party All the Time.
Yes.
It's actually an unofficial club anthem for a Scotland soccer team. Isn't that weird? Like they actually sing Party All the Time.
That sounds good, but why can't they just make it official?
And also, JD from Scrubs, he requested this song to be played at his funeral.
There you go.
Fun fact.
Yeah. And T'Pau, actually that name comes from a Vulcan elder of the same name in the sci-fi series Star Trek.
What's that show?
It's like Star Wars.
Is that when like a welder actually has to dance?
Yes, that's at night. That's what it is.
Okay.
It's Vulcan by day.
Yeah.
Who dances at night. I'd
And
watch that.
So Heart and Soul reached number 4 in the US and the UK.
And they had 5 studio albums. T'Pau did, which is just weird. And apparently, this song "Heart and Soul" is impossible to perform live in concert.
Because they don't remember what it sounds like?
No, because she actually she talks and sings over herself talking, like a very
yeah.
layered thing.
Yes.
Which I'm like, modern technology you can do that. You can just put your voice behind it and sing over it. But she says it works out well in concerts. They have she sings kind of both parts at different times, but it's the spirit of the song.
This may be my most apathetic vote.
It's really interesting that she still has concerts, or that.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw her at the park the other day.
But the other thing I want to say about Heart and Soul is that it actually is. It's one of those kind of has a cool kind of a synth beat to it.
Yeah.
Do 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 do.
oh, you're right.
Listen, you guys better agree on this one, so
Yeah.
I don't have to choose between these
I'm
two.
agreeing. It's Heart and Soul.
All right, next match. She Blinded Me with Science by Thomas Dolby.
Science.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's
She blinded me with science. Science. Beep bop beep bop bop. That's exactly what it
Yeah.
was.
Versus Major Tom by Peter Schilling.
4, 3, 2, 1. Earth below us. Drifting falling. What are you singing?
I don't know the words. You know this.
I thought you were trying.
Every single night, I go jogging, then I come home.
So tell me the relationship
Major Tom.
to
There actually is no tie. It's unofficially related to
Bowie?
David Bowie's Major Tom.
This is ground control to Major Tom.
But let's be honest, Peter Schilling was trying to cash in.
Oh, totally.
I'm like,
Yes.
that's what it looks like.
Yeah, but you said, no relation. It's fine.
By the way, Peter Schilling has 18 studio albums.
Ah! Peter Schilling, you get the saddest award.
But
Hey,
he's
has he made a Schilling?
Is anyone going to beat that?
But he's a synth. Okay, listen to his description. He's a synth pop musician whose songs
gosh,
often
it just
feature
keeps
science
worse.
fiction themes like aliens, astronauts, and
it
catastrophes.
even got worse from 18. That's incredible.
Here's the thing, though.
Does anyone have more than that, Joel?
Yes.
Can you get worse than Thomas Dolby?
No, because Thomas Dolby. Okay, so Thomas Dolby
I
actually
want a
is.
T-shirt that says that.
We'll make one.
He's like
Public.
He's one of those guys that he was more of a producer who was experimenting with sound and kind of remixing.
Like he actually had written a few songs for other artists.
He composed the songs for George Lucas's Howard the Duck and Ferngully, The Last Rainforest.
Yes.
But since like the She Blinded Me with Science song, which is very iconically 80s.
Yeah. Oh, it's perfectly 80s.
It's so bizarre, very new wave. But he's worked with Belinda Carlisle, David Bowie, David Byrne, Def Leppard, Van Halen, Howard Jones, Tim Curry, the Thompson Twins, Peter Gabriel, like tons of different artists.
And now, Joel, if we're going by chart performance, he did peak at number 5, whereas Peter Schilling only peaked at number 14.
True. And it's weird because Peter Schilling's version of Major Tom Coming Home, which I really enjoy, it's hard. It's hard to find the English version out there for like legitimately to purchase and things like that. It's always the German version, but I love that English version. I really love that song.
It's actually a song I hadn't heard until we put it on this list. And I'm like, I hadn't heard it in like 20 years or so.
Oh, okay. So you do remember it.
And then when I heard it, I was like, oh my gosh, I actually love this song.
Yeah. So which one are you voting for, Kent?
Oh, I think the better 80s one-hit wonder is probably She Blinded Me with Science. And so I'm going to vote for it, even though I like the other song better because it peaked better.
See, and I think She Blinded Me with Science is a very good one-hit wonder, but I can't listen to it. Like, it's fun in small doses, but I'm like, is this song still going on? He's doing actual noises from it. But I'm actually going to say Major Tom Coming Home by Peter Schilling, only because this is a song that I really enjoy listening to.
It's a good song.
He has 18 albums. This is his only hit.
Yeah, but Jake laughed at him and got real scared. Jake made the choice.
The song, Major Tom Coming Home, was actually sung by Gail in the TV show Breaking Bad.
Is this a spinoff?
Breaking Bag is a knockout.
Paper
it's
or
Breaking Bag by
plastic.
day and then
Yes.
Breaking Bag at night.
It's like the Bollywood version.
All right,
So,
Jacob.
Jake?
You know, I'm going to have to use Kent's reasoning here and say She Blinded Me with Science as more 80s.
I know. I'm sorry. The other song's better. It just is.
I agree.
But this
I'm
is
okay
so
with
new
this.
wave.
I'm okay with it because it is 80s.
She blinded me with science.
All right, next match is going to be Funky Town by Libs Inc.
Won't you take me to Funky Town? Won't you take me to Funky Town?
versus Funky Town by Pseudo Echo.
Won't you take me to
Dun, dun,
Funky Town?
dun, dun, dun,
Won't you take me to
dun, dun, dun.
Funky Town?
I am so confused right now.
So this song charted twice. The one song charted twice in the 80s, and so I wanted to have this matchup because there's two really good versions of this
So I
song.
want to talk about the Lips Inc. version.
Okay.
So it reached number 1, and it was in number 1 in 28 countries.
I just like how you guys have to choose between these two.
I know. Well, here's the thing. This is a disco version versus a kind of rock version.
Yeah, they use a lot more synthesizers in Lips Incorporated's version. In Pseudo Echo, it starts out with this huge guitar riff, this kind of
Wasn't the Lips Inc. one, wasn't that used in Dumb and Dumber?
Maybe,
Or at least,
I know
like-
it's used in Malcolm in the Middle.
Okay.
There's a Malcolm in the Middle episode with roller skates that uses Funky Town.
But because
Very
it was the
hilarious.
number 1 in 28 countries, that was
Featuring
a record
Bryan
at the time.
Cranston from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Breaking Bad. And it spent 4 weeks at number 1 in the U.S. And that is one of the better performing songs on this list.
Now, and then Pseudo Echo, it's an Australian band, and they reached 7 weeks at number 1 in Australia.
In Australia, though.
In Australia, but
Come
they
on.
only peaked number 8 here. And it was obviously their only hit. But it was featured in the 1987 sequel comedy film, Revenge of the Turds.
I'm sorry.
Well done. We're keeping that for sure.
Revenge of the Nerds 2.
Now I know how you feel about that movie.
Revenge of the Turds in the Wind.
Revenge of the Nerds 2, Nerds in Paradise.
Yes.
Wow, I don't know why.
What was that again, Joel?
Revenge of the Nerds 2, Nerds in Paradise.
Thank you. Thank you for saying it that way.
Heavens.
Wow.
This is actually difficult to me because I respect the original Funky Town Lips Incorporated.
Yes.
But I love Pseudo Echo's version, so I gotta go with Pseudo Echo.
No way. One actually has the good beat and it makes you feel good and it sounds like disco-y, which honestly isn't even a slam against the song. And it was such a bigger hit. Number one in Australia for 7 weeks.
To Funky Town by Lips Incorporated.
Why would you want to headbang to Funky Town?
Because you're in your town, it's like... Yes, that's in the song.
It's in both songs.
You guys are talking about the same song.
One's way more jazzy. It is just... It's fun. And yes, it sounds like a disco song, but it hit a record in 4 weeks at number one as well.
I think Pseudo Echo covered it, and they covered it well.
Australia or U.S.? Which was better? What's a better country?
U.S., obviously.
Okay.
Now, which is better, Kent? These songs that we're talking about or that unrelated argument you were just making?
Well, one spent 4 weeks at number one in the U.S., one spent 7 weeks in Australia. A country of like 17 million at the time.
They were number six in U.S.
Whoop-de-doo. Jake?
Kent.
Yeah.
You always go with Kent.
It's the U.S. I mean, that's the argument I had to make. Yes.
I'm trying to remember the difference between the versions from listening, and I think I do like that one better.
Won't you take me to Funky Town? And then also, yeah. Won't you take me to Funky Town?
It's totally different.
Yeah. Great argument. All right, guys, next up is a couple of bands. The first one, I think you pronounce Baconsale, something like that.
No, that's not at all what it is.
Ceslavie, that's it.
C'est la vie.
Oh, maybe it's just C'est la vie.
C'est la vie.
By who?
Robbie Neville.
C'est la vie. C'est la vie. That's just the way it goes. That's life.
I feel like you just made that up.
That's the
I
song.
know, but yeah. Versus Der Kommissar.
Oh, you gotta say it was
by After the Fire.
Don't turn around. Uh-oh. The commissars
Don't turn around.
Uh-oh. That's not close.
I'm never going to get the words right.
Originally sang by Falco.
Yeah, in German, which is funny because that one wasn't it Don't Turn Around by Falco? And it was in German, and this one is Der Kommissar.
Yeah.
And it's in English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of bizarre. So, C'est la vie by Robert Neville. First of all, Robert Neville has 6 studio albums, and he spent a while at the top of the charts with this one. And they peaked at number 2.
Yes, 2 weeks in number 2.
But he's also written songs for the Pointer Sisters, Earth, Wind and Fire, Jessica Simpson, Destiny's Child, and he's worked on a number of Disney projects, including The Cheetah Girls, High School Musical, and Hannah Montana.
That is a
shame
eclectic
on him.
Yeah.
Der Kommissar, he peaked at number 5.
No, it's After the Fire.
Yes, I mean that's what I meant. Yes,
yeah. After the Fire,
Der Kommissar.
Der Kommissar. And After the Fire has 9 studio albums.
Wow.
So it's just kind of weird to me. Der Kommissar
Still
actually
half as many as 18, though.
Der Kommissar is the commissioner or police chief.
Now, do we take credit away for being a cover that's like so soon after the original? Do you take points away?
You didn't for Funky Town.
Funky Town Lips Incorporated was the first one.
I know, but I'm saying this is the cover.
I'm saying that's why Lips Incorporated won, because it was the original.
So you're saying After the Fire shouldn't win?
So I'm saying After the Fire should maybe not win because it's just a cover of a song that just came out.
They took a song and they covered it and made it their own, because people don't think of the Falco version. People think of the After the Fire version.
It's true.
Although it's funny because
they don't think of it at all, Joel. Let's be honest.
The band was already breaking up when the single started to rise in fame of Der Kommissar.
Wow.
They were already kind of like shaky. But I've got to give it to Der Kommissar. I like C'est la vie. I actually really enjoy that song. It's a very positive song. It's a fun music video
C'est la
too.
vie.
But yeah, C'est la vie to C'est la vie.
You got
I got to
it.
say Der Kommissar.
It's Der Kommissar.
Yeah?
Yeah, it is. It's a fun song.
Next up, Do They Know It's Christmas by Band-Aid.
Feed the world. Let them know it's Christmas time and feed the world. You got to sing that like 20 times.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
Hey, this is Bono, and I hope you have a very Merry Christmas.
Well, tonight. Yeah, you got that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a Sting. I hope you're not starving or suffering from famine or AIDS.
Yeah. Wow.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
We haven't got to the second song yet, Jay.
We Are the World by USA for Africa.
We are the world.
We are the children.
Now do the Bruce Springsteen. We are the world.
And I'll be Stevie Wonder. There are people dying. You care enough for the living.
And then I'll be Michael Jackson.
I can actually see.
What?
Stevie Wonder.
Oh, yeah,
not
your
blind.
conspiracy.
Yes.
That's right. And then...
I forgot about that.
I kid you not. The other day, I was showing this music video to my kids.
Yeah.
And I said, that's Stevie Wonder. And my son goes, is that the one who's pretending to be blind? I'm like, no! Kent has brainwashed you. So both of these are one-off singles that were created by supergroups, meaning that Do They Know It's Christmas came first in January of 85.
Yes.
So Bob Geldof and Midge Uri were their musicians who saw this the famine in Ethiopia crisis that people were having, and they said we should raise money for this. So then they decided to throw a song together, and it was really just kind of thrown together in a matter of weeks. They gathered all these artists
in one day,
and they got them to sing this song, and it made a ton of money. It made they hoped to raise about £70,000. They actually raised about £8 million.
Yeah, it sold 2.5 million copies here. It never cracked the top 10, but in the UK, it was the biggest selling single of all time until "Candle in the Wind."
You say never cracked top 10. It was 13. It almost cracked the top 10.
Yeah, but literally never cracked the top 10.
It's true.
But it had people like Bananarama, Culture Club, David Bowie, Duran Duran, Eurythmics,
Boy George Michael, Bono, Phil Collins, Sting,
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney was on the B-side.
Was he? Not the original?
He didn't sing on the song. He was on the B-side. He gave a message because he couldn't make the recording.
Oh.
But this is one of those kind of that came together. It was really kind of so unique and amazing that over in America, they said, hey, we should copy that.
Yes, they did.
So they did
America.
So Michael Jackson and
Here's
Lionel,
the argument, Jake.
Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie produced this song with Quincy Jones, and they decided they were going to do very similar to the same thing. And so they got a ton of artists, including Ray Charles, Billy Joel, Diana Ross, Cyndi Lauper, Bruce Springsteen, Smokey Robinson, Dan Aykroyd,
Kenny Rogers, Tina Turner, Huey Lewis, Bob Dylan, Kim Carnes, Hall & Oates.
Dan Aykroyd's
there,
from the Ghostbusters.
Sure.
It's just all of a sudden he's there.
It wasn't complete till Dan Aykroyd, though.
These Blues Brothers, I get it. But
Also, this one's interesting. So both Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie get credit on this song, but LaToya said that Michael Jackson wrote 99% of this song.
Look, I have one rule. It's always trust LaToya.
oh man! But this one went certified multi-platinum, and it raised over $63 million. So this made a bunch more money than We Are the World, because We Are the World
America.
made about,
Yeah.
So like I said, let me just put this back there. So Do They Know It's Christmas raised £8 million, which is around $32 million in today's US dollars.
Do it second, do it better.
But We Are the World
That's true.
Was about $141 million
is.
in today's dollars.
And also, it's not like there was like a competition here, but because Bob Geldof, who actually did Live Aid, he's featured in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
While he wrote and produced Do They Know It's Christmas, he actually performed in We Are the World. So it's not like they were enemies or anything.
No, it was all going towards a good cause.
Yes.
But I will say that people have not been very kind about the production or the performance of Do They Know It's Christmas.
No.
They feel it's kind of...
well, because it's so overplayed still every year.
Well, and also it's overplayed. It's not a great song. It's good. It's like fun, but like critics really don't like that song. They think it's kind of kitschy and wrong,
repetitive.
Also, people in Africa don't really like it as much. Do They Know It's Christmas? Because they throw out lines like, "There's no snow in Africa this Christmas," and they're like, "Yeah, well, you get snow sometimes."
Yeah,
and then it just seemed very kind of Eurocentric.
No, it's fine. We're celebrities. We know.
Yeah. So yeah, that one got a lot more hate. Do They Know It's Christmas?
What are your votes, gentlemen?
We Are the World.
We Are the World. Go America.
America.
And Ethiopia.
Now Joel loves America.
And Dan Aykroyd.
All right, next up is Axel F by Harold Faltermeyer.
Were you playing your nose? Wait, do it. No, do it without me singing.
Solo. It's ever no solo.
He's literally plugging his nose.
Literally his nose. Oh my gosh.
I can't do it because I feel like snot's going to come out.
I can't do it.
It already did. It's fine.
Versus...
I just want to see, can't do this some more. versus Hooked on Classic by the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra.
Was that playing the Bumblebee?
My finger went in my nose.
It's the Flight of the Bumblebee.
Ooh.
So, okay.
Makes me tense.
Musical.
So these are both
Instrumental.
instrumental hits. Harold Faltermeyer has some great 80s stuff, and it's instrumental with synthesizer. Like, if you think of Beverly Hills Cop, which is why this is called Axel F, because of Axel Foley, the main character in Beverly Hills Cop. But he's also done a bunch of other songs,
Oh, yeah,
too.
I remember that in the movie now.
Yeah. And then he did Top Gun, he did Fletch. He has over 20 studio albums, Harold Faltermeyer.
Wow.
A lot of it, and that's the thing is he does have
But this
other
sounds like
hits.
soundtracks, so
Yeah,
that's a little
soundtracks.
different than
Yeah.
our other loser friend. Who
So
was he?
Axel F actually hit number 1 in so many countries, but only number 61 here.
No, number 3.
Number 3? Oh,
what it
I didn't
says
get
here.
that at all. Number 3 on
Number
the
three.
Hot 100?
I guess I can
Good
look it up
job,
again,
Harold
but-
Faltermeyer.
But then you get the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, which is a full orchestra doing Hooked on Classics, which is a series of classical music.
It's-
to a disco beat.
It's Disco Beethoven, essentially.
But the thing is, it's like the beat is in the background, but the music is solid.
Yeah, you have like a guitar, rhythm and blues guitar in the background, and the orchestra is going at the same time. This peaked at number 10 in the U.S.
And they actually have a couple different Hooked on Classics songs. We're specifically referring to Hooked on Classics parts 1 and 2, just so you know.
Okay.
If you go and look this up. It's on our Spotify playlist.
All right, what are your votes?
So I want to jump into this real quick that I feel like Axel F has kind of lessened because of the stupid Crazy Frog remake, the cover version they did in the 90s, where it was like this. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was pretty
Crazy
big in
Frog.
Europe, but
Were you?
no, I was in
Europe?
Europe at that time. But like it made its way over here. It was like a ringtone people had. But Hooked on Classics, I love that song. Like I fought to put that one on here.
I know you
actually,
did, yeah.
because that music video. My dad used to record music videos on a VHS, and then we get to watch them. And like he had this whole collection of music videos. And this was one of those on there where it's like all this stock footage of random people doing random things, but it's this beautiful symphonic music playing to it, to a beat. And we used to love watching it, and we'd actually pick parts in the video, like that's you, that's me, and make fun of each
That's
other.
kinda cute.
So this is not easy.
So you're
for
picking
me.
that. So you're definitely picking that.
I don't know if I am though, because Axel F, man, that is 80s. That is 80s
It's
one
so
hit wonder to a
80s.
T. But Harold Faltermeyer, he has a career. How one hit wonder can he be?
That's still one hit wonder. It's not like he's charted with anything else. He's been on a lot of soundtracks.
So you're picking Axel F.
I am going to pick Axel F because it is very 1980s and it's something you remember other than something that was on a sampler CD that's cool. The orchestra is really cool. It's a
Love that
fun
one.
sound.
It's an introduction to symphony.
But it's Axel F. Axel F, not Elf.
Axel Elf.
Yes.
You just found a Christmas remake. Ho 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 ho. I'm gonna
That's horrifying.
and I'm gonna hope over Hooked on Classics only because I feel like it was one of those random mishmashes of classical music and disco music that actually charted. And I mean, not that the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra is ever going to chart again on the Billboard Top 100.
Sure.
So I got to go with that one.
Jake,
So
what do you think?
Down to Jacob.
I tell Ken I need to hear it one more time.
That's with his mouth. Now
Yeah.
he's cheating.
It's
That
not-
sounds way better with my mouth.
No, it's not as convincing. Yeah, that's better. That's better. I want to record that so bad.
I'm going to make a CD for everyone, for the patrons.
Patron CD.
And then everyone will drop off the patron. Like,
Songs in the key of nostril.
and you hear
in
me
the key
this.
of Kent's nostril.
Oh, God. That's terrible.
Oh,
I do that
gosh.
in the mic.
But Jake, I did that. I think I earned the win on that
Oh man,
one.
that's pretty convincing actually. Yeah, I might go with Beverly Hills Cop for that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I appreciate that.
I'd probably rather listen to Hooked on Classics, though. I really would.
Go give it a listen.
Yes.
Seriously, because it is a fun song to listen to.
All right, next match is Oh Yeah by Yellow
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
versus 867-5309 by Tommy Tatoon.
8675309. Now, seriously, there's one number I remember better than 8675309, and it's so easy to rent to own. Call 5322202.
I love
I don't know if you ever saw that. You probably didn't see those commercials,
No.
Jacob, but it's one of those.
Remember the days when you could memorize phone numbers?
Yeah. Now
So
it's like, I
good.
can't even remember like my brothers. It's like, call Mike.
What's your phone number? Do you even know your
Oh,
phone
yeah,
number?
I know mine.
Okay,
You
good.
don't have to give that like all the time to
Yeah,
people.
I know. I'm joking. It's being facetious.
You wanted me to say my number on the air. So, Oh Yeah by Yellow. Yellow has 13 studio albums, guys.
And do they all sound like this? Like, oh,
It's all kind of that. It's they're Swiss band. It's
really creepy.
Electronic music, and and obviously featured in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That's where it kind of became a hit. It was also in The Secret of My Success. But here's the thing I liked about it is that when they were creating this, the guy had this music and he wanted people to sing along with it, and the guy kept trying to put up lyrics to. He's like, no. I just have this idea of this guy, a fat little monster, sits there very relaxed and says, "Oh yeah, oh yeah." So I told him, "Why don't you try and sing it like that?" And then he didn't like it, and then he tried it.
Dieter didn't like it.
Dieter didn't like it, and he said, "No, I want to do. Are you crazy?" And then he says, "Okay, I'll try it." And then they said, "Yeah."
And they said, "What about some lyrics like the moon, beautiful?" And they said, "No, cut it down. Just oh yeah."
But he does say the moon beautiful.
Does he?
Yeah, he's like beautiful.
I can't even tell because it's always like,
But it kind of creeped me out a little bit because it's just, I imagine this dude just sitting there, this creepy dude now. Oh, yeah. And then it's against Tommy Two-Tone and the most famous phone number
Jenny,
in the world.
who can I turn to?
5 studio albums from Tommy Two-Tone.
You know, it does make me worry about the 80s one-hit wonders, though, when one of the best songs is someone singing a phone number.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not...
Not just a phone number written on a bathroom wall.
There is an entire Wikipedia page dedicated to people that got annoyed because they kept getting their numbers called.
Yes, and a woman.
Oh, really?
In 1982, a woman, the radio station got the phone number from a woman. They acquired it. They received 22,000 calls in 4 days. And even just recently,
That's clever.
In 2013, the number was still ringing up 50 misdialed calls for a Florida realtor who had the number.
Yeah.
So you get this number in any state, 867-5309, you're going to get calls.
But there's actually like a legend behind this song. Because
Should we call it right now?
Oh, that'd be fun.
We could, but then we have to add the area code as well.
Yeah.
But the lead guitarist in 1982, because everyone's like, who's Jenny? And the guitarist said, Jenny's a regular girl. Friends of mine wrote her name and number on a men's room wall at a bar. We called her, and then we dated for a while. I haven't talked to her since, but the song became a hit. But she thinks I'm a real jerk for writing it. But guess what?
But then in 2004... They said basically, yeah, we made it all up. There was no Jenny.
I was sitting in my backyard and I made up this song.
Yeah.
So there was no Jenny at all.
In 2004?
And so he's like, yeah, we dated for a while, but like she got mad when the song became a hit and people tried to call her.
But then in 2008, Tommy Two-Tone, the lead singer Tommy Heath, said that it actually was real and it was the number of a girl he knew.
No.
So I don't know what is real
fake.
anymore.
It's straight up fake.
I don't know what is real anymore.
Yeah, if they ever said it was fake, that's probably what it is.
So there we go. Oh yeah versus 8675. This is a good matchup.
Yellow actually is worth $175 million today.
What?
Yes. Because this song is in everything.
No, seriously. Every time they want to portray desire in a commercial, they'll have this song play.
Which is gross.
That is
It's a
gross.
creepy little alien frog.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And this is literally my text tone is chicka chicka.
So
That's
Jenny
true.
actually peaked higher, though. It was the number 4 here in the U.S.
Yeah. It was only 51.
51.
So it didn't even crack top 50.
I actually like one of these songs, and I actually hate one of these songs. And I hate Oh Yeah. I really like
hate
Jenny.
Oh Yeah?
I hate Oh Yeah.
I thought you for sure you were going to say I hate Jenny.
No, I actually really like Jenny, the song.
Oh.
I mean, it's
Not
so
Jenny the
catchy.
person?
Yeah.
The person's okay.
Actually, we have a history.
Oh yeah.
Crazy eyes.
You made it all up.
I got her number.
Yeah, I've never known a
Jenny.
Jenny, honestly.
I've got to give this one to Oh Yeah though, because that to me is 80s. That's Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That is like
But even with the riff, like dun 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 dun.
Jenny to me kind of seems annoying and kind of jerky. Honestly, it's like we're going to broadcast your number for everyone.
But it's not real. It's not a real number.
is it?
It's not.
And think of all the people that have suffered because of Jenny. I'm choosing Oh Yeah.
No, some actually companies changed their number to that in the phone book. Remember when we had phone books, just so people would call them all the time.
Oh yeah.
Jake?
Joel, I'm sorry, but I can't side with the creepy frog saying...
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Bow bow.
I would side with Ferris Bueller, though.
Bow bow. Picture that. This is the end of Ferris Bueller. Principal Rooney's on the bus. Would you like a gummy bear? It's warm. It's in my pocket.
8675309.
Oh,
Jenny,
yeah.
Jenny, who can I turn to? I actually remembered the
The
lyrics.
truth is, I hate them both.
You're terrible.
But who are you picking? Tommy
Yeah.
Two-Tone.
Oh yeah. So it's just so annoying. But it does have a good sound.
Yeah.
But
It
yeah,
has a good sound.
And I mean, just
Beautiful.
no the
More beautiful.
no like Joel's. Yeah, that.
Just that.
Yeah, just that. Like that's what
Jake,
works.
you got to pick.
And then the phone number though bothers me a lot. Bothers me so much.
But it's a phone number that people memorized in a song. 8675309.
I think I have to give it to Jenny because it's a song.
Oh, no.
I like that. We don't need music in the background. So we had you doing that for 4 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, next matchup. The Promise by When in Rome.
I'm sorry, but I'm just thinking of the right words to say. I know they don't sound the way I planned them to be.
Versus Tenderness by General Public.
Tenderness. Tenderness.
Where is it? My love's like a button I can't stop pushing it. So When in Rome, they have 2 studio albums. General Public has 3 studio albums. When in Rome, it says 1987 to 1990 and then 2006 to present for activity.
Okay.
Whereas General Public, they went 1984 to 1997 to 1994 to 1995. So they're no longer around.
So they weren't around to get their royalties from the Target when they played their commercial.
The
Yeah, that
ending
makes
of
sense.
Clueless.
Yeah.
It's like when Paul Rudd and Alicia Silverstone are, finally getting together. Spoiler
Yeah.
alert for Clueless.
Thank you. Jeez, you ruined everything.
That this song is playing near the end, and I love that moment. But then also you have the end of Napoleon Dynamite.
So Joel, you love both movies.
The tetherball
Clueless
game ends with
or Napoleon
Promise.
Dynamite.
This is difficult for me, Kent. This is a hard pick.
The Promise peaked at number 11, whereas Tenderness peaked at number 27.
All right, guys.
For me, it's When in Rome. So Joel, pick.
I've got to go with Tenderness then, because when I think of which one,
I'm sorry, but I'm not thinking of the right words to say.
dun, 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 ha, 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 ha.
Thank you, Aha.
Got a high bud.
Jake, it's all up to you. See, we're disagreeing a lot now.
Yeah, you are.
Yes.
So Kent, you said The Promise?
Yes.
He said The Promise. I'm saying Tenderness.
Joel, sing Tenders for me one more time.
Where is it, tenderness? Where is it? Dun, 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 dun.
And Kent? That is not how it goes.
I promise you.
I promise you. I promise you. I do.
I promise you.
Just that.
I promise you.
Look at the heart in that man's eyes.
What?
It makes sense.
They're both good. I'd be happy either way, Jacob.
So would I.
Yeah, I like The Promise song better.
It
Okay.
did peak higher, 11, so that makes sense.
So the Promise moves on.
All right, next up is Electric Avenue by Eddie Grant.
Oi!
I want to rock
Down to Electric Avenue, and then we take it higher.
Versus Break My Stride by Matthew Wilder.
Ain't none gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no! Did you say "hold me down"?
Okay, here's the thing, Joel. Joel, just take it easy. I was driving last night, and I have listened to this song on repeat, and I started laughing to myself because I started singing, and all of a sudden, my 8-year-old self came back to life, and I started singing, "Ain't nobody gonna break my spine. Ain't nobody gonna hold me down. Oh no!" Like it became a Mortal Kombat song, and I was like, "What have I been singing this entire time?"
I think you know now.
Yeah.
And Electric Avenue, the song is okay, but it's really about the electronic synthesized motorcycle noise they have in there.
Yeah.
It's like,
And it's been sampled a ton.
yes, it has. Eddie Grant, by the way, has 16 studio albums, and Matthew Wilder only had 3. So Matthew Wilder, though, he's actually had a pretty successful career after this song. He's written music he's produced and recorded music with No Doubt, Tragic Kingdom. He worked on that. Christina Aguilera, Kelly Clarkson, Miley Cyrus. Also, he worked on Mulan. He was the voice of Ling in Mulan.
Is that true?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, there
Last
you go.
night I had the strangest dream. I mean, that
I sailed away
synthesizer
to
intro
China.
is so good. And so I'm going with Matthew Wilder.
But Eddie Grant,
Easily.
Kent, he suffered a heart attack and a collapsed lung in 1971. This song came out in 83. The guy's a survivor.
I'm playing my violin for Eddie Grant. Ain't nobody gonna
Joel,
break your
you agree?
spine.
I'm going with Break My Stride. I love that song.
Yeah.
Next up, Your Love by The Outfield.
I don't want to lose your love tonight.
There you go. I felt like it was missing something.
I can't hit those notes.
You did, though.
Eventually.
Versus Friends and Lovers by Gloria Loring and Carl Anderson.
And I'll be your friend. And I'll be your lover.
Please don't look at me when you say that.
So Gloria Loring and Carl Anderson, they were actually...
She was actually a soap star.
She was
in
a soap star.
Days of Our Lives.
He was a singer, and she actually had 12 studio albums. He only had 9.
So Your Love by the Outfield peaked at number 6, and Friends and Lovers spent 2 weeks at number 2 and was in the top 40 for 14 weeks because it's just one of those love ballads.
Guys, I'm pretty
It's really
excited
popular.
to say this is one of these is actually a song that I choose to listen to that's in my regular rotation.
Friends and Lovers.
Here's the thing.
Should we sing it to him again?
I'm going to bring this up right now.
Okay.
Kent fought for some songs to be on this chart.
I didn't fight, Joel.
He fought tooth and nail for some of these
Oh
songs.
my gosh.
And almost,
I just said maybe that should go on the list.
almost because we marked down the ones we thought should be on the list.
Right.
And Kent has a number of songs on here from soap opera stars.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
I'm saying at least 4 that I know of his picks.
How do you know they're soap opera stars, Joel?
Because I did the research.
Of course you
I didn't
did.
know until then. So watch for that, folks, as we progress.
Is there a big sort of pattern here with
I think Kent
artists in
watched
the
soap operas
80s
as a kid.
and soap operas?
It's just days and passions.
No, seriously. I'm like, hey, this song is
That's
really
it.
fun. This is 80s. And Kent's like, I like
It's
this.
just your
My
passions through
stories.
the day.
Like sands through the hourglass. So are the days of our lives.
Outfield had 10 studio albums, by the way, which is surprising because this really is their only song
wow.
that I know.
I'm imagining Jake listens to Your Love and not Friends and Lovers, which is why I want to choose Friends and Lovers, because it's such an 80s ballad, even though they weren't really a band. Like, they couldn't really go anywhere from here.
Well, see, and I'm going for the Outfield, Your Love, because that is a song I never skip. Like, there's songs on my phone that I'll jump over if it starts playing, or on the car I'll skip over, but Your Love I will always listen to. And in fact, today, as I was doing the dishes, it came on the Amazon Echo, and my son started singing it, and I shed a tear.
Did you?
You really cried.
Well,
Did you change the words and sing it back to her?
her?
My son.
My son.
My son.
My son.
Oh, yeah. Did I say her?
I'm happy with whatever you choose.
Well, here's the thing also I want to bring this up, is that I feel like Friends and Lovers was a good adult contemporary whatever song.
Yeah.
From soap operas.
But we don't really have any of those chosen so far.
Which is fine, because when you get Your Love on there, oh, come on. That's a great song.
It is a really good song.
You know, one of the things the 80s does really well is finds these sort of like silly chords and goofy lyrics, and it's just silly and fun, right?
Yeah.
But for me, I usually connect the most with music that has sort of an emotional resonance, and Your Love really has that. Like,
Yes!
I feel like there's you always feel something with that song. It's like, oh, he's actually singing about something here.
Yeah.
Like, there's actual
Great choice.
feelings involved. So.
Yeah. Sorry, Friends and Lovers.
I just wanna use your love tonight. I don't wanna lose your
All right, next match. I Want to Be a Cowboy by Boys Don't Cry.
I want to be a cowboy, and you could be my cowgirl. I want to be a cowboy.
Everything's gonna be alright. Rockabye. Rockabye.
No, it's in the 90s, it's 80s.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Versus 99 Love Balloons by Nina.
Hast du erfunden das sein, der Kommissar?
Why did you choose to go there? 99 love balloons.
No, because the German version is so much better than the English
I said
version.
love balloons. I didn't say red balloons.
By the way, do you know what love balloons means in English?
Air balloons?
Very good.
Yes. Not air
did his
aliens.
research.
It doesn't mean
Not
they
ground
don't,
aliens.
They don't got red in it at all until it came to the English version.
So I Want to Be a Cowboy peaked at number 12, but I don't care because I want to talk about Nina and 99 left balloons.
I think you should, because I think we're both going to agree that's going to advance, because we're
Okay, let's save our facts then.
Well, because I Want to Be a Cowboy is one of those songs that I feel like it's so weird that
Yes.
it's fun to listen to. And in fact, they ended up suing Paula Cole for Where Have All the Cowboys Gone?
Yeah, makes
because
sense.
She kind of stole some elements of this song. So
Really?
let's go
Okay,
with
so
that.
let's save the story of 99 left balloons till next time. High
Yeah.
five.
High five.
99 Luftballons, ihren Weg zum Horizont, hielt man für UFOs aus dem All. Warum schickte ein General?
All right, gentlemen, congratulations. You have reached
The end?
halfway.
Oh, come on.
No, you're so sorry.
Speed it up. Speed it up.
Okay, we're gonna go faster.
Yes,
Give
we're gonna
less
go
facts.
Less facts.
and care less.
Yes. Well,
Yes. Care less.
Care less out loud.
Baconsale.
Care less out loud, Baconsale. All right, part 2.
Put that on a billboard.
First up is Come On Eileen by Dexy Midnight Runners.
Come on,
Lura, tura, lura, yeah.
We're gonna sing this song forever.
So good.
Versus, actually, a song from my childhood, What I Am by Edie Brickell and the New Bohemians.
What I am is what I am is what you are.
What you are.
Yeah.
This is actually a fantastic album, but
Which is funny because Kent didn't really know this one until I had to play it for him.
And then I listened to it and I remembered it a little
The
bit.
song's okay-ish.
Me into shallow water.
And it's fine. It peaked at number 7.
Before it actually was featured in Miami Vice, Beavis and Butthead, Doogie Howser, MD. Like these are all. It was all featured in all those. Yeah.
Edie Brickell's the one who did the album with Steve Martin, the banjo album.
Yeah, that's like a straightforward bluegrass album.
Yeah.
Then also a funny story.
And that one's won a bunch
so
of awards.
This song got her famous enough to get on Saturday Night Live. And then she got on Saturday Night Live and performed. And while she was performing, she made eye contact with Paul Simon and lost her train of thought because it was love at first sight, and they've been married ever since.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way.
True story. Yeah.
Aw.
It's kind of cute.
Sympathy
isn't it?
vote.
Yeah, she didn't have any good music after that either. Thanks a lot, Paul Simon.
And then you have Dexy's Midnight Runners, which,
Dexy
by the way,
Midnight Runners.
Dexy is like Dexatrin. Midnight Runners is a abuser of drugs. And so this is meth heads, essentially. That's what their band name means.
I had no idea.
Yes.
I didn't get that fact.
This was the best British single in 1983, hit number 1 in the U.S.
What I Am only reached number 7. They both, by the way, both Dexy Midnight Runners and Edie Brickell and the New Bohemians have 5 studio albums.
Yes. This song actually prevented
hit.
Michael Jackson from having back-to-back hits with Billie Jean the week before and then Beat It the week after.
So this one popped right in there in
Yes.
between them. And this is going to come on, Eileen.
Yes,
It's got
easily.
to. I watched that music video so many times on my dad's VHS.
So good.
It's so random. They're running around in overalls and no shirts.
Yeah, and they did that for an entire album, and then they changed outfits for like the next album. They had like 3 major albums, right?
5.
They had 5.
I think so. That's what it said
Wow.
here. So yeah, come on, Eileen. As much as I enjoy What I Am, and as much as I have those positive memories, it's got to be one. Come on, Eileen.
If it was weaker competition, I would consider using our crispy bacon golden buzzer. But
Jake.
I do have a lot of nostalgia for this song. This is one of the first like albums that I listened to. My sister shared with me. She was a lot older and loved that album. Go listen to the album, but the song is not as good as Come On Eileen.
No.
All right, next match is Voices Carry by Tell Tuesday.
Hush, hush, keep it down now. This is scary.
Now who's singing the wrong words?
I used to always think it said "This is scary."
This is scary.
Until like I think last week, but no. So that's a fun one, and it's going up against
Toy Soldiers by Marketia.
Martika.
Martika, that's it. Martika.
Step by step, heart to heart, left, right, left, we all fall down like toy soldiers. This is not an easy one. This is actually a very tough one for me.
Here's what I didn't know. Amy Mann was the lead singer of Till Tuesday.
Yeah, and Amy Mann has gone
And
on
I
a
like
very
Amy Mann
successful
a
career,
ton.
a
Yeah.
solo career. Till Tuesday had 3 studio albums, and this is actually a very weird fact, but Till Tuesday, the Voices Carry music video was in heavy rotation. It's a very interesting, it's like tells a story in the music video. And then when Amy Mann came out with her recent song Labrador in 2012, they did this kind of parody shot-for-shot remake of Voices
that's great.
Carry, but with this new song. It's
So
pretty
that
entertaining.
hit number 8 on the
That
Hot
hit number
100.
8.
Yes.
Toy Soldiers number 1
For 2 weeks.
She had 2 studio albums, Martika and Martika's Kitchen. I don't know. It's a terrible name for an
Also,
album.
Joel, I don't know if you saw this, but Martika, her castmates from Kids Incorporated, joined for the chorus.
If you don't remember Kids Incorporated, it was kind of like a knockoff Mickey Mouse Club.
And who was in it?
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yeah.
She sings backup vocals on
And
this.
for that reason, that song goes forward. Toy Soldiers for the win.
Oh, see, that's tough for me because I love Toy Soldiers. Oh, also, guess who else was in Kids Incorporated?
Ryan Gosling?
A little baby Stacey Ferguson, otherwise known as Fergie.
Oh.
Fergie was in Kids Incorporated with Jennifer Love Hewitt.
You have to make that face.
Oh.
Oh, gosh. How dare she?
This is not easy for me because I think Voices Carry is a great song, and I think Toy Soldiers is a great song. I'm going to have to go to Voices Carry just to be the opposing vote.
Yeah. Jake?
Voices Carry.
Jennifer Love Hewitt. That song hit number 1 for 2 weeks.
It did.
Joel, you don't have to use the super golden crispy bacon buzzer to change your vote.
It's true.
I don't, but at the same time, I think these are both equal in my mind. I like them both so much.
What an upset.
Yeah.
What an
I
upset.
guess Voices Carry's going to take it.
All right, the next match is In a Big Country by Big Country.
In a big country, dreams stay with you like a lover's voice. What is
Never die.
Versus Neverending Story and a name called Limmel.
Limmel, probably, yeah.
Limmel.
Turn around.
Tell
Look
me
at
what you see.
Obviously, the theme from Neverending Story, which Limmel, by the way, is the he went solo.
Lemuel, that's
after
what Jake said.
Kajagoogoo. He was the lead singer of Kajagoogoo, which
Yeah.
is also on this bracket.
How funny.
So he's made 2 appearances.
Actually, Limmel is a featured artist, has a ton of hits.
Yeah.
But this is Limmel's only major hit by himself or herself.
He had 3
whatever he
studio
is.
albums, though.
Yes.
And these both peaked at number 17 on the Hot 100.
Yeah, both of these songs, number 17. Neverending Story is number 1 in Norway and Sweden, 2 in Austria, Germany, and Italy, number 4 in the UK.
Yeah. And then Big Country, actually, they play their instruments in a way that makes it sound like fiddles and bagpipes. Like they're playing guitars, but they make it sound really cool.
Right.
And all 4 members participated in Band-Aids Do They Know It's Christmas? Because they were pretty
Yeah.
big at the time.
But a lot of bands just did.
And
they
I
weren't
love, I actually sing both of these songs probably out loud in my car, but Big Country, I get into.
good. Really?
That part when he starts yelling at the end, I love that.
Yeah, but if you're like,
Every
Big Country.
single heart you have shattered.
What about you, Jake? Which song would you actually know?
Neverending Story, just because of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which definitely helps and makes it more memorable and the better one-hit wonder. It's Neverending Story.
I got to say, In a Big Country, because I love that song so much.
In a big country.
Dreams stay with you. I already sang it.
Yeah.
Come on, Jacob.
I've already voted, I guess.
Neverending Story for the win.
I'm okay with that.
All right, next match is a little song maybe you guys have heard of. It's called Lady in Red by Chris Baru. No, that's not it. Chris
de Burgh.
De Burgh, yeah.
Lady in Red. wait, was that Gavin?
Is dancing with me.
Who is that?
Cheek to cheek.
Who is that?
It's Krista Burrow.
That's not how he sings.
Krista Burgundy.
You're singing everything's gonna be.
That's true.
Nobody here.
Okay. Versus?
Just
It's Raining Men by the Weather Girls.
It's raining men. Hallelujah. It's raining men.
way to
Amen.
go. Your heart was in that.
Really was. Their heart's in it in the song, too, which somehow makes it worse.
By the way, Krista Burgh has 21 studio albums. 21 peaks.
21.
21.
Wow.
And Weather Girls have 10
Wow.
studio albums.
I mean, he did sing Lady in Red, but 21?
So Lady in Red, number 3. It's Raining Men was number 46 is what I have here.
Yes, that's true.
But It's Raining Men sold 6 million copies.
Yeah, and
Also,
written by Paul Schaefer, like David Letterman's right-hand man.
yeah, and the fun fact, the song was offered to Diana Ross, Donna Summer, Cher, and Barbara Streisand. They all turned it down, and so it went
I wonder
to
why.
The Weather. No, it's actually a really fun song.
It's a lot of fun.
It is the most shameless song I have heard on this whole playlist.
Actually, no, Lady in Red is actually hated, probably more than most songs on this list.
I actually have a quote here from Neil Norman of The Independent said, "Only James Blunt has managed to come up with a song more irritating than Krista Burgh's Lady in Red."
Yes. You're beautiful. The song was voted a 4th most hated UK #1 single.
There is no way on earth that song is more annoying than
I'll tell you why it's
like
not,
the
because Junior
opening-
High dances, it inspired me to ask girls to dance.
Exactly,
True.
exactly. No, and that
and
opening,
It's Raining Men also
it's
inspired Kent in
I'm
high
about
school.
to give you the weather. It's raining men.
Here's the thing I also love is Jerry Halliwell, Ginger Spice, covered It's Raining Men for Bridget Jones' Diary, and she did a fantastic job.
Can we play the opening to It's Raining Men?
You want to hear like
Yeah. Where they're
we're the Weather Girls.
Yeah.
We got news for you.
Also, it's a really fun
I don't know
song.
if this is going to sway your vote or not, but in the movie Vampires Suck from 2010, the Wolfpack dances to the song just before dismembering a vampire. It's raining men. Hallelujah.
That's pretty appropriate, actually.
Yeah. Oh, also, fun story. So I want to bring this up. The Weather Girls consists of Martha Wash and, I forgot the other one's name, but Martha Wash is actually the one who sang the background vocals for CNC Music Factory's Everybody Dance Now.
Oh, nice.
But they didn't use her in the music video or in the concerts. They played her voice, but had someone else lip sync to her voice, and she ended up suing them because she wasn't getting credit for her
Good.
music. So from now, like because of her, the singers have to be credited for their work, even if they're not presented in the music video or the artist.
I like that.
There you go.
Joel, I'm really split on this. I don't actually have a winner here.
I'm choosing It's Raining Men
You are?
because it's so much fun. Lady in Red.
Lady in Red.
Lady in Red had its spotlight.
The way
in our-
Jake is looking at you right now is disturbing.
Okay, Lady in Red had its moment
It's
of the
just you
spotlight
and me.
in our romantic music episode that we did back in February. I think It's
How
Raining
many?
Men.
Which of these songs got you dances in junior high? Just tell me which one. Which one
Raining
helped?
No,
That's quotable.
Krista Berg has, like I said, 21 studio albums, has sold over 45 million albums worldwide. The Weather Girls, that's the only thing they're known for is It's Raining Men.
Well, that's the only thing Chris de Burgh is known for too.
I'm just happy you're saying his name right.
When I was listening to both of these songs, I skipped Lady in Red. I did not skip It's Raining Men. It's Raining Men
taking it?
for the win.
Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. No, here's what happened
Hallelujah.
to me. I'm driving over here tonight and I'm listening to this list on Spotify and I have skipped through the songs and I got to It's Raining Men and I was like, skip.
No.
Skip.
You
skip.
did because
and it
you
won't
didn't
let me
even-
because I've run out of skips. And so I had to listen to the rest of the
Jake,
ridiculous song.
Just listen to it. There's so much energy in this song.
There is a lot of energy.
It is a lot of energy.
But it's so shameless.
Oh, it's so bad.
awkward
It's
and
terrible.
shameless.
But
Like,
this is all about one-hit wonders. And
there's some really awkward lines in
And
that
the
song
li-
too.
I want to say them now, but I shouldn't.
I wrote them down when I was driving. From that, I stopped and I wrote them down. I was a safe driver.
Absolutely.
No, stop.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, seriously.
You guys have dirty minds. But yeah,
Sure.
in regard to one-hit wonders, I feel like this one definitely fits.
I can't believe you're kicking Lady in Red out. I don't even get a say in this. That's crazy.
You could have used your crispy buzzer.
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. Amen. I'm gonna go.
All right, next up, "Don't Worry, Be Happy" by Bobby McFerrin.
Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry.
Boop, 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 boop. Be
Relax.
happy. Hey, take it easy. Oh, I see what you did there.
What's the next song, Jacob?
Versus "Relax" by Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
Relax. Don't do it.
Do, 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 do.
Now we're mixing people up here.
Don't
Confusing
worry.
everyone now.
By the way, Bobby McFerrin has 23 studio albums.
Wow.
23.
23.
Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
Is that the record?
I think that's up there. And then Frankie Goes to Hollywood has 2.
Wow. Okay, so Don't Worry, Be Happy is the first a cappella song to reach #1, held it for 2 weeks, and Relax was the 7th best-selling single in UK singles history.
This is a tough
Peaked
one.
at number 10.
It's not tough for me because I'm going to choose Bobby McFerrin. I don't like Relax. It's one of those songs that at the time
It seems like one you would like.
it was fine, but then I at the time, but then I just got annoyed by like the Frankie Says Relax shirts and everyone loving it, and then it being in
But
Zoolander.
it's so 80s in the boom, boom, boom.
Bum, bum,
It
bum,
is so
bum,
80s.
bum. How can we sleep when our beds are? No, that's not what you're doing.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing.
But
Feels
don't
like
worry,
Duran
be happy.
Duran ripoff.
Don't worry, be happy. You hear that, and it's just like, oh, this is such a nice song. This is an '80s song, and Bobby McFerrin had nothing else going for him. I choose "Don't Worry, Be Happy."
Don't Worry, Be Happy. Joel,
Oh yeah.
that's the winner.
Oh, sorry, Frankie. All your controversy is not going to pay off today.
Next up is "Life in a Northern Town" by Dream Academy.
Hey, Yeah, that's close.
Yeah.
I was going to go twice, but yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Life in a northern town
Versus "One Night in Bangkok" by Murray Head.
One night in Bangkok
makes a hard man crumble. Ain't much to live in ecstasy. Oh, this is actually a tough one for me. So One Night in Bangkok is interesting because it's actually they have this whole musical of chess about these master chess players going to Thailand and performing in these finals.
Yes.
And they made this concept album of the musical that hadn't been made yet, and they sent it out to radio stations, and this became a hit.
Written by Tim Rice, who did Lion King, and
Yeah.
then the 2 guys from ABBA.
Yeah. Bangkok, Oriental City. It's weird. It's a bizarre song. And then Life in a Northern Town really is kind of this ethereal, dreamy, beautiful song about, and it's actually written as a poem for Nick Drake, who'd passed away. Like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they really like this musician, and so they sang. He passed away of an overdose, and they sang this song about him and his work. it's tough. This
But
is a tough
one
for me.
is so 80s, and it's One Night in Bangkok. For all the songs that are like international traveling that they try to sing about other countries, this is the one that is memorable to me.
But I just hear those opening ethereal notes of Life in a Northern Town, and I'm suddenly just like, yes, this is great. In fact, Big Country and Life in a Northern Town, I like kind of group those songs together. I've got to give
Both forgettable?
I've got to say Life in a Northern Town because I feel like that. Hey, hey,
See, but I feel like Murray Head was. I feel like the way he sang it actually captured the new wave feel better than Thomas Dolby could. And it actually is. It's a good song. One Night in Bangkok. It's so good. I actually like this song a lot.
My friend,
It's a guilty pleasure.
I had a friend that tried to convince me that the title of this song was actually "I Get My Kicks Above the Waistline." That's one of the lines
Because it's in
from
the song.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So what is it?
Life in Another Town for me.
One Night in Bangkok
for Kent.
All right, Kent. I'm sorry, but you win again.
You always pick Kent. You always pick Kent.
He's taller.
That's what I have to do?
That's what's been going on for the past couple of years here on Baconsale.
No, I know.
The secret's out.
How have I won anything?
You're cuter.
Aw.
All right, next up is Pass the Dutchie by Musical Youth.
Pass the Dutchie on the left-hand side.
Pass the Dutchie. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the Dutchie?
It's actually a cookware.
No.
It is, according to when they released the song.
Isn't it the kid who puts his finger in the wall?
We'll talk about
there's-
it.
Yeah.
What? No.
Puts the finger in the dike.
Dutch
so it
boy?
doesn't- Yeah,
Yeah.
the Dutch
No.
boy.
Versus Missing You by John Walt.
Missing you.
Wait,
I
John
ain't
Wait.
missing you at all. Missing you.
Since you've been gone
That's not
away.
That's not a woman that sings that.
Yeah. It's Tina Turner,
I'm
actually.
pretty sure it was. Eventually, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So, bringing up Pass the Dutchie. So, this actually is a combination of "Gimme the Music" by U Brown and "Pass the Coochie" by Mighty Diamonds. And Coochie is actually slang for drugs.
Yes.
So then when they did the American version, they changed it to
Because Dutchie
Dutchie.
isn't.
No, here's the thing. They
wonder why.
changed it to Dutchie because it's a cooking pot. It's like a slang for a cooking pot, like a Dutch oven.
Yes.
And they instead of saying what do you do when you have no food, whereas in the original song it's what
Pass
do
the
you do
Dutchie.
when in the original song it's what do you do when you have no weed or no herb. I think
Okay.
that's what it is. So they actually softened it for the American version, but then
And they have kids singing it.
but yeah, they have kids sing it. That basically looks like a bunch of kids. But the funny thing is because of this song, Dutchie became slang for
Yes,
drugs.
exactly.
So
Isn't that weird?
They tried to clean it up, and it just turned to worse.
No getting around
Pass
it.
the Dutchie reached number 10. Missing You hit number 9. And it was covered by Tina Turner in 1996.
No, the funny thing about it is, John Waite wrote this song, and it knocked Tina Turner's "What's Love Got to Do with It" out of the number one spot.
Yep.
So because of that, she covered his song a few years later and ended up charting with that.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's a little,
I don't care for Pass the Dutchie. Really. I know it's got a fun hook, but that's about it.
It is. The rest of the song's kind of annoying, actually.
Yes.
So we're gonna go with "Missing You."
Missing You.
I ain't missing Dutchie at all.
All right, next up is Buffalo Stance by Nena Cherry.
But-a-da, no money man can win my love.
I guess he's alone in that one. Versus
That I'm thinking of.
versus Rapper's Delight by the Sugar Hill Gang.
Go Kent.
I said hip. A hip it to the hip hop. Don't stop
Hop.
rocking to the Joel.
Did you just get 2 shades whiter?
help
He had
me
that
out?
line ready for you.
Yeah. Joel's waiting for me to fall in the face.
I want to point this out because the Rapper's Delight is credited as being one of the first songs ever to introduce hip hop music to a wide audience.
But it is not the first single to include rapping.
No, it's
actually.
not. It's not. But this kind of made it go mainstream. But it wasn't part of my growing up in the 80s. I really didn't have a connection to it until The Wedding Singer came out and the little granny sang it. And then I was like, what's this song? And I went and looked it up.
You didn't know it till then?
I kind of knew it, but that was the one that kind of went, oh, that's something people knew and loved.
That's a long time later.
They actually brought
Yeah.
this song out on the box. Like, even though
Did they?
this was far after the song was even popular, because they knew people would just like it.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably around the time where 90s rap got really popular and they were sampling a whole bunch. So Buffalo Stance got number 3. This song, Rapper's Delight, only got number 36, but it was preserved in the National Library of Congress in 2011 for being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant.
Yes.
Also, inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2014. Rapper's Delight.
Wow.
On the flip side,
Okay.
Nana Cherry is the brother of Eagle Eye Cherry, who sang "Save Tonight" in the 90s.
That's a stretch.
It's true. And I actually brought that up on our
Nana
90s show.
Cherry.
You did.
And I actually really love this song.
Is their
because
last
that
name
synth-
Cherry, or are they just
It's
having
their
fun?
stage name. Like, I think her
Okay.
actual name is something else. Yeah, it's Nene Marine
Riding on the coattails right there.
Save Tonight.
Which didn't make it to round 2
But
in our
here's-
90s bracket,
here's-
by the
okay,
way.
guys.
It didn't?
No.
No.
I wonder who beat it.
No, Save Tonight won the first round.
Are you sure?
And you were mad about it.
I probably was.
Yeah, you did hate on that
I think it did. Anyway, but I want to bring this up, gentlemen, because
All right.
I'm voting for Buffalo Stance. But I want to point this out that Cherry,
What does it look like, a buffalo stance?
it's actually it's a term for standing like a London model. It's like this kind of power pose.
Of course it is.
okay.
But here's the other
He
thing.
looked that up.
I did. But I want to bring this up because Cherry was nominated for a Grammy Award in 1990 for the Best New Artist category, but she lost out to Milli Vanilli, who later had their Grammy revoked when it was discovered that they had not performed on their recording. Guys, she got this loss before. Let's give her a win here. Buffalo Stance.
She lost to fake rappers.
No money, man.
Or you could let the real
Be
rappers
my
win.
love.
The first-
It's sweetness that I'm thinking of.
The ones that have inspired an entire genre of music, the Sugar Hill Gang. Dum, 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 dum.
I
No,
need
no.
you tonight. Nope.
That's so many songs. Same chords.
Doom,
Jake?
boom, boom.
You know, aside from being shocked by some of the lyrics in Rapper's Delight, that is definitely the better song.
You want me to sing them again? A hip it to the hip hop. Don't stop.
Joel, can you do it?
No, I'm not good at it.
Joel, try it out.
A hip hop, a hip it to the hip hop. Don't stop and then
Rock
the
it to
boogie,
the-
the boogie, the beat.
That was 3 Shades Whiter.
it turns into the catch-up song after a while.
Yeah.
Hey, hey.
You should have practiced that one. That's a good one.
Hey, now my hobby and the boogie and the booty dee dee.
I said the hip hop, the hip it to the hip hop. You don't stop the rockin' to the bang bang boogie. Say up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat.
All right, next up, and we're into the final quarter of this now, listener.
Here we go.
And you guys. Whip It by Devo.
Whip it good. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Everybody's going to know that one at least. Breakout by Swing Out Sister.
Breakout. Dun, 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 dun. Start to wide. And dun, 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 dun.
I can't.
It
I
beat
don't
it on
know
the charts.
I don't know.
It beat it on the charts. Breakout got to number 6.
It beat Whip It?
Whip It only got to number 14. It was a little too experimental, I think.
Critics have called Whip It a defining anthem of New Wave's rise.
Yes.
Like, this is one of the one-hit wonders
but
that should just be going to the Final Four. It should get an automatic Final Four
Swing Out
vote.
Sister, they actually got their name from a movie that they all hated.
Which is?
Swing Out Sister.
Oh, because everyone knows that movie? I was like, he's about to say something really profound.
By the way, Swing Out Sister actually has 11 studio albums in their years active since 1985 to present.
Really? Okay.
It's a fun song. I actually do enjoy the Breakout a lot, but Whip It's got to
It's
take
Whip
it.
It.
Whip It is.
Whip It good.
You must whip it when something's going wrong. You must whip it. Now whip it into shape.
Next up is St. Elmo Fire by John Parr.
Bam, 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 ba-da-da. Gonna be the man in motion and then meet the bear and many eagles flying. Higher is fire.
Way to own it,
I
guys.
sang Tim Tebow's Fire because that's
Way to-
what it became.
Way to
later.
falsetto
yeah,
own
yeah.
it. Versus All I Need by Jack Wagner.
All I need
Soap opera
just a
song.
little more time
Soap opera song.
Really?
Jack was
in
from
Soap
General
Opera?
Hospital.
Ah.
Kent chose this
to
one.
be sure what I need.
Kent chose this one because it has a soap opera tie. Just pointing that out.
It's not because it has a soap opera tie.
Kent loves
It's
his
an
stories.
80s
It's also
one.
Bold and the Beautiful.
It's my programs.
So
Joel.
St. Elmo's Fire, obviously from
programs.
St. Elmo's Fire is from the movie St. Elmo's Fire, which stars Emilio Estevez, Rob Lowe, Andrew McCarthy, Demi Moore, Judd Nelson, and Ali Sheedy.
Yes.
And it was originally written by David Foster and John
Number
Pollard.
1 for 2 weeks.
And this is it's one of those songs that, like, it's a powerful song. Like, you're hearing this, you're like, yeah, I want to go jogging. Yes, this is a great song. It's a great song. Man in Motion. That's what my vote.
Except for then.
So I'm not voting for Jack Wagner from Melrose Place,
Bold
from
and the
General
Beautiful.
Hospital, Santa Barbara, Bold and the Beautiful. You know where he's from.
I did my research, Joel. It's not like I was a kid going, oh, I love these shows and I love their art. I love their music.
Yeah.
It's not what I was all about, but it's St. Elmo's Fire for sure.
Yeah?
Yes.
All that singing, he just gave it up that fast.
He wanted to give Jack Wagner his due because he's in his favorite stories.
My programs.
All right, first up, Too Shy by Kaja Gugu.
Too shy, hush, hush, eye to eye. Won't you? Shy, hush, hush, eye to eye.
It's so 80s. Versus We're Not Gonna Take It by Twisted Sister.
We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore.
Turns out they took it.
What?
Plot twist.
That's not true.
But they're not gonna.
Kaja Gugu has 4 studio albums and they're a one-hit wonder. And Twisted Sister, a lot of people don't say. A lot of people will fight the fact that they're a one-hit wonder. But
They are.
Name another Twisted Sister song. They have 6 studio albums though.
Too Shy peaked at number 5. We're Not Gonna Take It peaked at number 21.
It did.
Also, We're Not Gonna Take It, inspired by Oh Come All Ye Faithful.
Yes. Which when they said that, I went, it is the tune. Oh, come all ye faithful.
Come all ye faithful.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird to think about.
Right.
It is.
I do enjoy We're Not Gonna Take It. And Weird Al Yankovic did.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I haven't released all my Weird Al Yankovic tie-in yet.
Oh, please
but they're
do.
gonna happen.
He's got them saved.
But Kaja Gugu is actually kind of funny because this song became a huge hit, Too Shy, with Lim Hall in the
Yes.
lead, which he auditioned to be part of this band, and he came in and he sang this song and it became big, and they kicked him out right after.
They really did?
Yeah, he was apparently a huge prima donna and very hard to work with, and once they, as soon as they started getting famous, they kicked him out of the band.
They're like, we don't want money anymore because you're hard to work with, I guess.
That makes sense.
Poor them all. But here's the thing, Twisted Sister, Dee Snider, with that song, the video is so iconic.
It is, and it's an iconic look. Twisted Sister has a very iconic look. And I like this this sentiment from Dee Snider, who's the lead singer of Twisted Sister. He says, anytime the team is down by 2 or somebody had a bad day at the office, they're going to stand up and sing, we're not going to take it. And that gives him some comfort after he's long gone. That people are still going to be doing that. And it's true. People are going to be.
Joel, what's your choice?
I got to go with Too Shy. If you want to see the most 80s hair in history.
Anytime you just say Kaja Gugu.
I don't know.
Watch Kaja Gugu's Too
Spandau
Shy.
Ballet and then Flock of Seagulls.
They both
as
have
well.
iconic hair, but watch the music video for Too Shy and you'll see amazing hair. Amazing hair.
I'm going to go. We're Not Going to Take It.
Yeah.
Jake?
Too shy, hush, hush, I do I. You said yourself that is so 80s.
They both are, though.
I mean, the makeup, the long hair. I'm happy with whatever you choose, to be honest.
Peaked at number 5 and then peaked at number 21.
Jake,
I'm not happy if you pick one.
We're
of
Not
these.
Going to Take It was used in the commercials for the live action version of Charlotte's Web.
In 2006. In 2006.
That doesn't fit at all.
Yeah. This one's really close. But for the sake of time, I think by a hair, Too Shy has this one. Actually.
Okay, I'm
By
fine
a
with
hair.
that.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we've got Rock On by Michael Damian.
Hey, kids, rock on.
Soap opera star.
Jimmy Dean.
It's the soap opera star. Michael Damian.
Rock
is the soap opera
on. Jimmy Dean.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh, gosh.
Rock on.
Versus Mickey by Tony Basil.
Hey, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey.
Hey, Mickey.
Which is actually parodied by Weird Al Yankovic doing Ricky. And it was Lucille Ball and Ricky. So,
But Joel, did Mickey go number 1
Yes.
on the Hot One? Yes. So both of them did, actually.
No, Rock On only hit number 28.
I have as number 1 here.
What?
Yeah.
I'm looking it up
Your
now.
Wikipedia is
Says it
different.
on Hot 100.
I just want to point out again that this is a soap opera star song that Kent forced on there.
But there's no question here which song.
Year-end charts. It got 28 at Canada Top Singles. What's this number
Canada
1 crap
Top
you're
Singles.
trying to pull?
It's number 1. Look above. It's there. But
It's not.
this is Mickey all the way. Tony Basil or Basil?
Yeah.
Basil.
Well, and Rock On has been covered a couple times. Like David Essex did the original version. It's a
Yeah.
very chill kind of 70s song. This one is, and this is one on our Spotify playlist that you can't find the right version. The 1989 version is the better version. So listen for that. But it was actually featured in Dream a Little Dream starring Corey Haim and Corey Feldman. Shout out to the Coreys.
Okay, but it's Mickey.
Mickey takes it.
Mickey
All the
takes
way.
it. All right, next up is Turning Japanese by the Vapors
Turning Japanese, I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so.
versus Cars by Gary Newman.
Here in my car, I feel safest of all. Something, something, something. It's the only way to live in cars.
Turning Japanese hit number 36. Cars hit number 9.
Gary Newman has 25 studio albums for Cars. Like he has Cars. One Hit Wonder, 25 studio albums. I think that's the
That
highest.
must be it then.
So the Vapors were so worried about being one-hit wonders.
They were.
They didn't even release this song, their single, until they actually thought they had a second single ready to go. And so they released them at the same time, but only one hit.
Yeah.
Like they actually, it was a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Hey, at least they didn't turn that into Gary Newman's, huh? Am I right? 25 albums.
And Turning
One hit?
Japanese
My gosh.
peaked at 36. Cars peaked at number 9. And Turning Japanese is funny because it's one of those that people started trying to make the song dirty.
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, people can turn it dirty if that makes it controversial, but it's not dirty.
It's not.
And so it's, yeah. It's just, he says, Turning Japanese is all the cliches about angst and youth and turning into someone you didn't expect, something you didn't expect to. But yeah, people thought it was dirty. And so it got a lot more airplay. But Cars, it's actually about, he talks about a road rage incident where he was driving and these people got mad at him and they came out and they wanted him to get out so they could beat him up. But he was like, he actually drove up on the grass and got away from him. And he's like, I feel so safe in my car. So he wrote a song about that.
That's funny.
It has a really spacey sort of rhythm about
Yes.
it.
Yeah, it's very electronic, very
Yeah.
spacey. And I love Turning Japanese.
Do you? I find it quite annoying.
I
to be
actually, I
honest.
really phrasing.
Wow. It took me a bit too.
I just love like just saying. Turning
happened not
Japanese, I
once,
think I'm
but
turning
twice.
Japanese,
That was
I really
pretty
think
great.
so. Ba-da-da-ba. Just singing it is fun to do.
Yeah.
The syllables are fun. Ken,
So-
are you picking Cars?
I'm going to go with Cars.
I'm going to go with Turning Japanese because in regard to which I prefer to listen to, I prefer to listen to Turning Japanese.
I thought you hate Turning Japanese.
No, I enjoy Turning Japanese.
You really think so?
I really think so. I want a doctor to take your picture.
Okay, Jake, go.
Turning Japanese is just too annoying.
Which is fine because sometimes
It's
that
one-hit
fits
wonders.
the era. We talked about time relevance as
Yeah,
well.
but Cars is it's just
In
so
Cars,
different. It's like I can't believe this worked. Is my feeling.
And
when I
honestly, the
listen to that
video
one.
for Cars was pretty great as well.
Yeah.
Pretty iconic.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cars. All right, next up is Eco Eco by the Bell Stars.
Aiko.
Ico?
Yeah.
I was
My
close.
grandma and your grandma sitting by the fire. My grandma says to your grandma, I'm going to set your flag on fire. Talk about hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Aiko ane.
Ico
Chucky
Ico. Okay.
Mofina anane. Chucky Mofina ane.
Eco Eco
Iko.
versus Obsession by
Obsession.
Animotion.
You're my obsession.
Giacomo
My Obsession.
Obsession. I don't like Obsession. I actually
You really don't?
I think it's an annoying song. And then
It's a great cologne, though, right?
Yeah, by Calvin Klein. But this one is another video that got heavy play on MTV, and I
Yeah.
watched the video. I watched a lot of these videos, and this one I was like, I don't get it. They're just playing dress up by a pool. Like I found it to be annoying, and I think the only reason it got play was because it was salacious.
But Ico is definitely not an original song. This is probably the
No.
5th cover of
Yeah,
this
they
song.
they had a hit in '53. They had another one in '65. They had another one in '72. Not the band, the song.
and so is
Ico.
anyone really thinking, oh, the Bell Stars with their hit?
But this one was featured
No.
in Rain Man. It was the opening
Yeah, the
scene to
opening
Rain
song.
Man, and it is like the drum beat. Like they added something new to this song that made it more mainstream than it had been, I think, previous before.
Yeah, so the Bell Stars hit number 14, Animotion hit number 6. And for that reason, I'm going Animotion.
See, and I think that this is going to sway you, Jacob, that Alvin and the Chipmunks covered Ico for their 2015 film and soundtrack, Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Road Trip.
You're right. That does persuade me.
No, but the funny thing is, like,
because I didn't bore you with that, you should pick mine.
one of the reasons
I
I
love
like it
that
is because
data.
Obsession is trying to capitalize on being, scandalous, whereas Ico is like this traditional.
Doesn't feel like an 80s song, though. Obsession
New
actually
Orleans
feels
song.
like 80s fashion
Oh, it
and
totally does.
style.
I hear Ico. I'm thinking of them in their suits, Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise coming down the escalator in their suits. Like I don't know why, but That's what I see.
80s to you?
Yeah.
Did
Rain
you
Man?
watch that movie as a kid?
Rain Man is 80s. Yes.
You did?
Well, not it's like when it came out in theaters, but later when it was on TV, yes.
When you were like 14 in the 90s.
Definitely I did.
Can't sing Obsession for me again?
Obsession. You're my obsession. Na 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 na
Giacomo
na
Fina,
na na.
Anane.
Yeah,
Giacomo Fina.
the song that's been out since the 1950s is much easier to
sing.
sing.
Yeah, but like they covered it. Look, we're talking about 1950s. What about Puttin' on the Ritz?
Yeah, 1929. I also didn't vote for that one.
But Jacob did.
Good point. Iko.
Yeah!
All right, next up, Mexican Radio by Wall of Voodoo.
I'm on a Mexican radio.
Pretty much
I'm on a
all he
Mexican
says.
radio.
He has some weird line about roasting an iguana.
Yeah, eating barbecue iguana.
In Tijuana.
Yeah.
I wish I was in Tijuana
eating barbecue iguana.
Our timing's way off.
It was like the only time he actually had lyrics, and that's what he said.
No, so he actually. Oh well, we'll get to that. Get to the next
All
song.
right, verses. Pump up the volume.
Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume. Dance, dance, boom.
Feels very 90s, doesn't it?
It really does,
totally.
actually.
Yeah.
So Mexican Radio peaked at number 58.
Yeah.
And Pump Up the Volume hit number 13.
But so, by the way, Jacob, I was going to mention this. The guy, the Mark Moreland, who was part of Wall of Voodoo, he played the song. He wrote it based on those high-powered Mexican radio stations that you can get almost anywhere. And he wrote this song, and he played it for his mom, and she hated it because of its repetitious lyrics. Because all he sang over and over again was, "I'm on a Mexican radio," and she's like, "You have to add something else." So that's why he added those little verses in between.
Barbecue Iguana.
I just imagine him singing to his mom just to annoy her in the car. I'm on a
That's what
Mexican
it sounds like. Like a song some kid.
He
that
should have
made
gone
this
to
up.
the Jacksons
I'm on
and
a
sang it for him,
Mexican
because then Michael Jackson
whoa.
would have done the chorus.
Wall of Voodoo, by the way, has 5 studio albums. And then Pump Up the Volume samples over almost 30 songs. Like there's a table in
Yes.
Wikipedia that lists all the songs that it samples because it's just a series of songs mashed up together. And to be honest, I thought I liked this song more than I did.
Yes.
Because I turned it on and I
Well,
was
because
listening
you
to it, and I'm
heard
like,
it all the time.
Yeah. Because it's like background music. It's like that electronica house music that plays in the background.
Yeah.
But when I had to actually sit down and listen to it, because it's like a 7-minute song,
There's nothing to it.
I was listening to it and I was like, there's not much here. So I'm going to give it to Mexican Radio.
I actually hate the song Mexican Radio, but it's taken the win.
All right, gentlemen. The time has come for the final matchup of the night.
I don't know what that sound was.
You ready? You
Is
want
it another one of Kent's soap songs?
I hope so.
You are my passion for life.
The first match is It Takes Two by Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock.
It takes two, baby.
No.
It takes two, baby. Me and you. Is that not the right one?
make a
Oh, that's right. It takes two to make a thing go right. It takes two to make a out of sight.
Very 90s again there, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
Late 80s, early 90s.
Yes.
Yeah. Versus Video Kill the Radio Star by the Beagles.
Video
Buggles.
killed the radio star.
Buggles?
Video killed the radio
I said this
star.
wrong my whole life.
Maybe. So here's the funny thing about Video Killed the Radio Star is it actually came out in September of 1979.
Yes.
But it was the first music video ever played on MTV on August 1st, 1981, and it charted like 2 years after it came out.
Right.
And then you get It Takes Two. I mean, you hear that. There's actually a very familiar that, woo, yeah, woo, yeah.
It just goes back and forth.
It's like sampled over and over again, but that's used in like every song nowadays.
Yeah.
So both songs were really comparable. It Takes Two is number 36 and Video Killed the Radio Star number 40.
It's a pretty tough matchup, guys.
It is, but at the same time, I've got to go Buggles because I feel like Video Killed the Radio Star.
It gets a Bugles. They're like
It's
the
actually
little
pronounced Doritos.
the little coney corn things you put on your fingers. Yeah, that's
exactly.
what it is. Yeah.
But Video Killed the Radio Star to me feels 80s. Like you hear that and you think MTV, you think electronica, you think bizarre like mashup of songs. So Video Killed the Radio Star's got to take it first.
That's a good point.
Well, Joel,
And Kent, It Takes Two was actually featured in Iron Man 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp, The Proposal, Sisters, and The Disaster Artist.
you actually took my punchline because for that reason, this song can never exist. Some of the worst movies.
So because of its association?
Ant-Man and the Wasp? Sisters?
Wait, you can't put Ant-Man and the Wasp in the same category as Sisters as bad films.
Ant-Man and the Wasp got a D for me. Sisters got an F. That's pretty close together. And Iron Man 2,
But
the worst of all Marvel movies.
It Takes Two, by the way, was sort of a top 40 hit and been certified platinum by the Record Discording.
I was with some family recently, Kent, and they were talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp. And like, oh yeah, that was so good. Really funny. I love that movie. And I just had to sit there and like, don't say anything.
Yeah,
Don't say anything.
I liked it.
Try not to even judge.
I liked
Yeah.
it.
It's not good.
I liked it.
Why are we talking about Marvel? Anyways, it is easily Video Killed the Radio Star. That movie,
Boom.
I mean, that song itself, even though 1979, kind of like I Would Walk 500 Miles, which was released in the 80s but became our 90s winner.
This is iconic.
It's
80s. It's
iconic
one of the heavy
80s.
hitters, and we
Yeah, it
look
is.
forward to seeing it in the next round. So there we go. We've completed the first round. We're down to 32 now.
32.
So we're going to finish the bracket in another episode.
Yes, we are.
So look forward to that. We hope you're playing along at home with your own bracket. And thank you for listening. We really enjoyed. We hope you enjoyed.
We love these
goofing
shows.
around.
We know we make you upset with these
Yes.
shows.
We hope we make you upset. Well, Ken
Yeah, we
does.
definitely did.
Oh, I do. You
enjoy
love it
being
too.
It's
No, I
mostly
feel
me,
bad.
honestly.
By
They're
the way,
like, Jacob,
guys,
you chose the wrong one.
There
for the
are
tiebreaker.
3 super crispy bacon buzzers to be used.
We still haven't used
Next
that.
That's true. That's true.
Oh,
Super crispy bacon golden buzzers.
oh yeah, I forgot the golden.
Yeah, it's somewhere in there. But let us know what you thought of our first round picks. Let us know if your bracket has already been busted, because like I said, we hope you're playing along.
Yes.
But if you want to find me, you can find me at 76Joel on Twitter, or find me performing with Quick Wits. We perform every Saturday night at the Midvale Performing Arts Center. For more details, go to qwcomedy.com or go to the Quick Wits Facebook page.
Including last Saturday night.
Yes, if you want to find me on Twitter and Instagram, it's at Kenny3DD. If you want to read my movie reviews, it's ShowtimeShowdown.com.
I'm going to be on Twitter as well, at Jacob A. Rogers. And of course, Baconsale is on Twitter, interacting and talking with you guys all the time. So if you want to interact with us, we are right there at Baconsale. Also, Instagram at Baconsale. Again, go and support us if you want on patreon.com/Baconsale and help us keep the lights on here at the Bacon Cave.
Yeah, and so until next time, we want you to spread the word of Baconsale. Let your friends know about it. In fact, teach the world. Let them know about Baconsale, and teach the world. Let them know about Baconsale, and teach the world. Let them know about Baconsale. Well, it's kind of a drama, but not really a drama unless you include the drama that's in the drama.
Maybe we should read names of people who leave. I'm hoping to just make out a little bit, okay?
Okay, that's hurtful. First of all, because that's our childhood.
Oh, bacon buzzer. There you go.
Yeah, I just had bacon in front of it, and it's good.
Ritz.
I love you guys so much. Thank you for finishing my song.
That's what we do. Oh, we're going to be naughty, and that's going to get us noticed. He gets a suit from aliens from the sky, and it has
So they're not ground aliens.
No, they're not ground aliens. These are sky aliens.
Okay.
I could use a good cry right now.
No.
That's what drugs are like.
Which is about a welder who dances at night.
I just typed out heart and soup.
Can you get worse than Thomas Dolby?
Der Kommissar.
Look at the heart in that man's eyes.
What?
It makes sense. Careless.
Cared less out loud.
Baconsale.
Kent set me up.
You always go.
He was clever.
The way Jake is looking at you right now is disturbing.
You always pick Kent.
He's taller.
I love turning Japanese.
Do you? I find it quite annoying.
Kent and I are not professional singers. She's a maniac on the floor. Take on me.
Take on me.
Take me on.
Take on me.
I'll be gone without you. Heart and soul. I fell in love with you. Heart and
That's not it
soul.
either.
My girl wants to potty all the time. Potty all the time. Potty all the time. She blinded me with science. Science. Beep bop, beep bop, bop. Were you playing your nose? Rockabye. No, is it in the 90s or 80s? She's on a vacation far away.
Don't die.
Going and talking over. So many things that I want to say. You know I like my girls a little bit older. up and kicks up her kid. Let's him Ken. Where is it? My love's like a button. I can't stop pushing it.
Josie's on a vacation far away.
Lady in red. Wait, was that Gavin?
Is dancing with me.
Who is that? Cheek to cheek. It's raining men. Hallelujah! It's raining men.
I said hip. I hip it to the hip hop. Don't stop rocking to the. Joel.
Did you just get 2 shades whiter? Bam, 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 bam. Gonna be the man in motion underneath the pyramid. Many eagles flying. Fire is fire.
All I need.
Soap opera.
Just a little more time.
Look, I have one rule. It's always trust LaToya.